Welcome to Give Mike a Mic Reloaded. Load it.
Morphin time!
I feel like we could have a very educated conversation without
That'd be good.
being like
Without ganging up on
yes.
me? Yeah.
Okay, which is your favorite Destiny, Joe?
Probably the one.
You want to talk about
The
Destiny?
one-
What the f*** you want to talk about Destiny then? Tell me.
So, let me tell you. My favorite one is when...
Jamie, tell me!
The
Jamie!
guy...
But let me see.
You have to chop his head off, his
That's it.
arms off, his fingers off, everything. His penis, everything. Just chop it all off. His power, anything that swings, that can
Yep.
swing, is powerful, including his dick.
Get rid of it.
Chop it all off. Just get it
Get
off.
rid of it.
Get it out of here. Just fling it somewhere else. Burn it. Burn it to the ground.
I like it.
Guys, welcome to Give Mike a Mic Reloaded. I hate that intro.
I love you.
Guys, welcome to the podcast. My name is Michael. I'm here with Café con Leche. I'm here with Alex, and I'm here with Omar, whose birthday is coincidentally today.
Yeah, buddy.
What are you doing?
I'm moving the mic around, so.
No, don't do that, because then I'm gonna get that. Yeah.
Sorry. Hiccup.
Some of us are inebriated here.
Yes. Okay.
Not me this time.
Not Jay this time, so we switched out. We are, I don't know, we're Winter Garden. I guess it's considered Winter Garden outside.
Is
Just
Winter Garden?
hanging out. Yep, technically Winter Garden at some brewery here. Normally we would say who we're with or where we're at, but for my safety, I don't want to do that. And also, they almost didn't bring out my pretzel on time, so I just don't, service.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, we just came from Disney Springs, AMC, to see a movie that I was very much not looking forward to seeing. But we make it a yearly tradition to go out and see it.
Well,
A yearly tradition.
When it comes
I
out.
feel like it's
Yeah.
yearly.
It come out annually, but
I feel like it's yearly.
damn.
It scarred you so much
It
that
scarred
it
me
felt
so
like...
it feels-
every year, I guess, in his own house.
It feels like
Dang.
a year every time I watch it, yeah. So we went to go see it for our Fast 10. We are missing one guy here, obviously, Harold.
Which is pretty
Freaking
funny because I don't know where
cuckoo.
you will sit if you were here.
Oh, we'll give him my lap. It's fine.
No, he'd be my.
He'd be on my lap.
He'd be my
And he'll be the lap dance. He's out with his wife on
Happy
her
birthday,
as well.
Tat-
Happy
Tat-
birthday,
Tatiana.
Tatiana, yeah. His wife. So he had
Happy
to pick
birthday.
between his wife or Omar, and he chose wisely.
He did.
Yeah,
He chose wisely. He did.
But yeah, we're enjoying a giant pretzel here, some pizza, some beer, some drinks. We drank earlier. I had a very interesting movie experience, not being sober as well. So just in a different way that I can't talk about.
You were very chill. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
I
lie.
was very
I
chill.
think you were the most chill I've ever seen you in
Yeah.
the history of ever knowing you.
Of
I
being
think
chill.
I honestly regretted not being as chill as you.
Not being as chill as me, yeah.
Yes.
I offered. That's okay. So we went to go see Fast. Is it X or 10?
Fast X. That's what it's called. Fast X.
Or
I
the
mean,
10
officially,
little-
Fast
Say
X?
Fast X.
I think you can, yeah.
It's not Fast 10, like
I mean, everybody's calling it Fast 10.
Roman numerals.
Yeah, but they're saying 10, but I guess they wrote
Fast-
it as 10.
Fast-
Yeah,
Fast,
X.
10.
Fast X?
X.
Yeah.
10.
Fastix. We're gonna say
Fast
Fastix.
Mamoa.
Fast Mamoa.
There we go.
We saw this movie, and of course, Omar, we do it for your birthday. That's the only way that you're gonna drag me out to watch this.
We saw the last one on his birthday.
We did.
Wait, what?
No, not on his birthday.
I was
I'm
gonna
saying
say,
this
I'm like, that would have
Fast
been
9,
way
no,
too
we saw
no,
coincidental.
Fast 9 was, I don't know,
Those are
whatever.
around the same time, though.
It was around the same
It
time.
really
because
was.
they-
around
They always
the same
release
time.
them in May.
They
They're always
say around
releasing
the
May.
20th,
Yes.
always.
Yeah.
It's
So last time we watched
Like, I
it,
love you.
we went to City Walk. Well, no,
Yeah.
was it City Walk?
Yes.
City Walk, yes.
We went to watch it in City Walk.
We did.
I don't-
One,
Yeah,
it was
it was.
100% a City Walk.
Last night.
'Cause
And-
we started
No.
at that restaurant beforehand. We had some drinks and some food, and then we ended up in City Walk
Mhm.
afterwards.
Sure.
Yeah, I think it was maybe a house. But then we went to
Because remember,
went
after
to
the
Pat
movie,
O'Brien's and everything like
but
that.
after the movie, we sat in front of the
Yes,
exit
I do remember
door,
now. We went
and we
to
were
that place
talking
to hang
for
out.
I mean, I want to
It
say
was
like
that
30
place to hang
minutes.
out prior to the movie.
Yeah,
I do remember
but
that.
but then the guy, the one of the people
security
in the,
guy,
yeah,
yeah.
one of the security guys had to kick us out because we were
We're
talking so much.
about the
Good.
movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
we always get kicked
We
out.
deserve
As we
it.
should.
deserve it. Yeah, as we should. As we should.
But yeah, I do remember. Yeah, it was City Walk.
Yeah, so this time in City Walk, we always go there, have a couple drinks, and I had hoped that would help me out to push through Fast 9. If you heard our Fast 9 review of Alex and I, we tried our best to like get as drunk as possible before watching it, and it didn't work. It was just I sobered up in 5 minutes. And
The movie
it
sobered
me
you up
so,
that quick?
so hard, yeah. But for this one, we went in it a little differently on that, some of us, and we had some drinks still. And I just want to get people are probably going to be surprised at my
I think I'm
review,
gonna be
and
surprised
also
Dude, I'm gonna get.
I know, I'm
scared to be like next to you guys right
I know. I'm only
thing-
scared to be around him.
yeah. So
I'm scared of this guy.
Here, bro?
for those of you that are not watching, which you should be, Alex is here, and he had a he turned into Bowser, I think.
Oh my
5
God.
minutes into
I
the
should've
movie.
It was like
Honestly,
No,
I had some
it was
more-
worse- way worse
I had
than
Worse
that.
than Peaches.
Something to say.
Yeah. So Alex is.
I've never had a movie going experience like that in my life,
Yeah.
where I had to dump half a bucket of popcorn over him to calm him down.
You
Literally.
looked at me
Literally.
at one point and said, "Don't look at me anymore until this movie's over."
Yes, because he
I-
wouldn't stop looking
Bro,
at me.
I was so
Yeah.
embarrassed when I saw the floor. I feel like we were kids again at AMC.
Yeah.
Bro,
I
That was
was
bad.
like, I'm not.
He
I don't know
wouldn't
you guys.
stop.
I left. I'm like, I don't know. This is embarrassing.
he would not freaking stop.
Guys, I'm so sorry, AMC.
AMC. Yeah.
Yeah,
sorry for
AMC,
that
I
popcorn.
apologize.
You, yeah, especially you. You need to apologize. This guy ran fucking PI for years, bro.
Yeah, I did.
Leaving popcorn messes all over the place.
Hey, but in my defense,
I'm not
I
gonna
mean, this
apologize.
guy was throwing the popcorn
It's okay,
first. I just
bro.
had to finish it.
That was
Okay.
bad.
I had to-
Wow, so you.
Oh, I ended it. I
You
ended the
started the
popcorn.
fight,
feud.
but you finished it.
Yes,
You finished the
Making,
fight
making a bigger mess.
yeah, I had
by
to,
making a big.
as I should.
So listen, here's how we're gonna talk about this. So Fast X was the 10th installment of the Fast and Furious saga, whatever you want to call it, franchise, starring Vin
Saga.
Diesel, Michelle Rodriguez, all the usual suspects, of course, in this movie. It hasn't really changed, except in this one we have a new villain, played by Jason Momoa.
Mama,
I will put some respect in his name in this
give it to him.
movie, but
Respect him.
I'm not gonna respect him forever, but
We'll respect him forever.
I'm gonna I'll give him
for tonight.
just for tonight. But that's really the only difference here. And then of course the stakes are the same. They started off with like trying to chase some vehicle full of, once this Ludacris was like, hey, this mission requires
Yeah,
blah blah.
when he
Like, you're
started
turning to
talking
Mission
about
Impossible.
that,
I'm
I
like,
was
all
like,
right,
oh,
bro, come on, here we go.
Well, I mean, the
usual.
movie kicked off right away into like, we're basically still spies or something. We're contracted by the government. Yeah, I was like, wait a minute,
Like, it
what?
was
Like,
immediate.
why are we doing this
Yeah, it was
again?
Right away.
They could have got away from that. I know we're interrupting you, but we could have got away from that, and they didn't.
They didn't. No,
They just don't.
they didn't want to go back
they
to cars
doubled-
and family. They just
They
wanted.
doubled down.
Spies They doubled
down on it, yeah.
On spies.
I think they worked really hard to try to explain
To be Mission Impossible
or try to.
James Bond.
That ain't
They
happening.
really
Yeah.
tried really hard to try to explain shit, and like it didn't do any favors, honestly. Like I sat there and I looked at you and Jay, and I was like,
No, not you
No.
and Jay. Just Jay. You only looked
no, I
at me
looked
the
at- I
entire
looked at
time.
Omar, and I was
No,
like,
once.
what?
He gave me a stare.
Did he give you a stare a little
I was
bit?
Yeah,
like,
yeah, bro.
what is happening? Because this movie, as I sat through it, and we're gonna get into it deeper as we go on. I'm not gonna cut people off because I want people to keep explaining it. But like honestly, just
We'll explain questions. I'll answer the questions for
this
you because
movie did not make any sense.
I had an experience in this movie that I want to share with everybody
Okay.
here when we go through our reviews. So you know, obviously they're going after a spy mission. It's about family. Dom's son is a little older. John Cena's the Uncle Theo, whatever. They got a new
Uncle
auntie
Theo.
in there as well from Brazil,
Yeah.
who's the aunt now. And then they just add family. Everybody's cool with Charlize Theron now.
Oh,
even though she
Jesus.
tried to kill
God,
everybody.
Don't even go in there, bro.
This guy.
Don't throw it like that.
No, don't throw it like
what's
that,
His name?
bro.
What's his name?
mean, that's how
Shaw.
it felt, though.
Deckard Shaw.
Shaw.
He had one fight in the movie. We saw him for 5 minutes, and then he got his paycheck. He
That
was
was
out.
a small cameo.
So
That was cameo,
it's
yeah.
the usual shit, but there was an interesting ending that we can get into that probably
We'll get there.
it would again good or bad depending on how you look at it, and then just the usual shit. They didn't go into space. That's all I gotta say.
Oh, I thought they were going at
They
first.
kept it grounded.
I was.
right?
I thought.
Yeah, I wouldn't say they kept it grounded.
Kept it grounded.
I
I
wouldn't say
said
kept
it. If they had gone
grounded.
into space, I was gonna
Earth.
leave.
In
They
Earth.
almost. I thought the car. When
That's what I'm saying.
When John Cena showed his car off.
I
I
said
thought
it-
it was a space shuttle. I saw the things on the side. I'm like, oh,
No, actually,
rockets.
I
Here we
think
go.
you called it. You said that's Twisted Metal.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
I
I'm
I said it looks like a twisted metal car.
Because they had like you saw something weird come
Yeah.
out of
Oh,
it.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get
Called
that.
it.
So Jay, you sitting here next to me. Let's get your take on it. Just, I mean, not overall. We're gonna get into the little points, but
Should this guy go first?
no,
guy's
because
fuming right now.
he's
No,
gonna
I'm
he's
waiting.
fuming.
I'm-
Let it fume because
Let him deal
what's
with
gonna
it.
happen is
Let him deal with
he's
it.
gonna say like great stuff. You're gonna say
Why
good
am I
stuff.
gonna say great stuff? I mean,
Hold on, Jay. Then look, he's already starting. Hold on,
Jay.
Jay, calm down, calm down.
Don't put
so
words
we're
in my
gonna-
mouth,
Stop,
damn it.
Calm down, Jay.
I'll put something else in
He
your
was pretty excited about it. He was
Diablo,
excited.
bro.
I couldn't read him at first, but then he
Pretzel, bro.
seemed pretty excited about it as we kept going.
So
Yeah.
I will say, if when you say what you think about the movie, and then Omar says, he's gonna be sitting here, fuming about the movie. So he'll whatever
It's
points
all
you
gonna come
give, it's all gonna come out. Yeah.
Okay.
So, Jay, tell us in a few words, just
Sum up.
a small
Small
like
sum.
give us your score basically
Okay.
here, and then that way we can break it down how we like this movie. So, your score and like a
Not your
2
score.
minute.
And kind of
No,
why.
not your score, not
Well,
yet.
basically like.
I
your
mean,
score. Or if you
I-
like good or bad, good or bad.
I'm gonna give this a score of 6.
Wow. That's
I'm gonna give you a score of 6.
Okay.
Okay. And the only reason that I'm giving it a score of 6
That's
because
That's
of,
aight.
was because of my boy Mamau. He for me
Mamau
saved the movie
elevated that
Saved
for the
the
most
movie.
part.
So many
He made it way more
And then
entertaining.
and I was waiting for your reaction to it.
Yeah. It was way more entertaining than I thought it was gonna be because of Mamau. He added life to the movie. There was a lot of cheesiness in the movie. A lot of cheesiness. I mean, I can't. I mean, it was vomiting
Bro,
cheese.
there was so much cheese you can put guayaba on it.
Oh my!
Sandwich in
Oh,
that movie, bro.
guayaba
There
con
was so
freaking
much-
queso, bro. It was
Black
insane.
sandwich,
It was a
bro.
mecca.
Yeah,
that movie, bro. That's
un
what it
guayaba
was.
con queso, bro.
Cheese everywhere.
So pretty
But I mean, but
pretty mid of a
the
review
action itself over the top, but not for me, not as over the top
At 9.
as 9. But
Eight.
it was still up.
dangerously
got
close.
But it got dangerously close, but
It was
not
there.
not there.
It's like they
So
wanted their time to
sum up,
sometimes.
I give it a 6. You know, not to go
Yeah, not
dive
to
too
get
deep,
too deep
but
with it.
yeah, that's what I give.
Omar, what about you, bro?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna give a score yet. I'll wait till
Yeah.
later. I'll keep you all in suspense. The only thing I'm gonna say about the movie is that I get what they're trying to do. It's like when you make a movie in your 10th. Well, really, it's the 11. What happened?
I'm like, no, you don't.
You don't get it.
Oh,
You don't know what they're trying to do.
You don't.
You keep saying it, like,
It's
I would
an
every
11th
movie.
entry.
I don't even think the
after
director
a-
got it.
After a while,
I
you're
don't
gonna
know,
like
I'm doing
start
it.
like you
Just
have
trying
to
to make a
up the ante.
movie.
So you have to like start like making things bigger. You know, obviously more expensive.
Vin Diesel wants to
and
chase
the
a
production's
bomb.
gonna be a
Let's
lot
put that in the
bigger.
movie,
What
guys.
are we talking about?
Diesel.
Diesel?
Cállate, bro. Deja que hable, bro.
Oh, no,
Sorry,
no,
go
no,
on.
no.
About family. Family.
Keep going. He won't stop talking about it.
Family.
Deal with it.
People.
Go.
So I think by making the movies bigger, it's also become their own detriment. And the movie, since like after Paul Walker died, which was, you know, God
rest his soul.
rest his soul. After 7, that was people said that was the soul of the Fast and the Furious, and you can feel it with 8, 9, and even the Hobbs and Shaw, which was it was whatever, but that was a side movie, but still counts. What I noticed with this movie, as I'm gonna say really quick, is that there's no stakes. Nothing feels realistic because there's nothing realistic about the movie. So I don't ever feel afraid for the characters. I feel there's no drama. And if you watch the old Fast and Furious, besides the action, there was a lot of drama.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, bro, it was like a keeping up with the Kardashian drama. There was drama
Like Game
everywhere.
of Thrones.
But
Yeah,
to
yeah.
your point, it's like you don't feel like there's like you don't
Stakes.
feel stakes. You don't feel like you're
No.
scared for these guys.
No.
But then out of nowhere, they flip the script on you, and then you're like, wait,
No, I
this
totally
person's
get
gonna die?
Like,
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they kinda flip the script on you,
We'll
like-
get, but do you even care? because it's not you're not investing any longer in these
it was-
characters.
exactly.
That's the problem.
I give it
Look
to
what
you.
they did. Look what they
Sort
did.
of.
Look what they did with Paul Walker, where he's alive in the world, but for everybody they were crying in the theater because you were so invested in that character Brian, because they did it right for 7 movies. There were stakes.
Yeah.
And this movie again, it goes so over the top, just like 9. They unfortunately they repeated the same mistake. No, they don't go to space. Thank God.
Gracias,
But
amigo.
it doesn't mean that it walked away from sins. It still has a lot of sins to this movie. That's what I'm gonna say.
Of course. Alex, I'll let you.
Let you small.
for a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep this short and to the point, but like
Tonight,
it's very true.
I'm
Like
gonna start a fight.
Honestly, like this movie, I sat there and I looked at Omar and I looked at Jay and I just was like, what is the point? There's just really no point. I sat there and I was trying to understand where the stakes were, and that I didn't feel it.
They're in the freezer.
Like I just sat there and I was like, what
Omaha
is the
Steaks.
point of all this? You know, like, and even if you're trying to sit there as like a fan or someone that's watching it, like, and you try to explain it to me, of like stakes or like where you're trying to go with it, there's nothing.
Yeah.
There's literally nothing. Like you can sit there for 20 minutes or 30 minutes, which is probably half the length of this movie, and you're not gonna make any sense of it. That's just the reality of it. Is like I just sat there and was like, there's no like end conclusion. There's no point of where we're going forward. It just kind of felt like we're just sitting there and we're just in the motions, the same way we felt with the last one. Like I sat there and I was just like, what the fuck is the point of this? And now we're in the same position
You're
we're
driving.
in.
You're driving in neutral.
Yeah, we're just
stuck
literally-
there.
We're just
We're just-
comfortable. We're okay. Like, yeah, you're trying to make it about family, but honestly,
It's all about family.
there's no family in it. Like, honestly, if you're gonna make it about family, like, I don't care about the son. I don't care about
Well, that's your fault.
the reality of like listen. I have a daughter.
Screw the kids.
I have a reality of like when I sit and watch movies. I like
You're not gonna teach her how to do donuts in the parking lot?
no. Like,
will.
here's the thing.
I'll teach her to do it in the house.
Deal Michael.
Like I've sat and watched
kitchen.
movies with my own daughter in terms of Mario and other things, and I'm like, okay, there's things about me that like feels or like has a feel of the character and all that, but this movie did not make me feel anything for the characters. Like I literally sat there and I was like, I could give 2 shits about his son.
Or
I
you
could
give
give
Just one
no shits.
or 0 shits.
I could give 0 shits
Yeah, you
about
can
his
give 2
son.
Yeah.
You move.
I could give
move
zero
it.
shits about how this movie is moving forward, and like literally they waited till the end to explain like Gal Gadot being entered into it.
Oh,
And there we go.
You're jumping, bro. You're jumping all over at the end, bro.
No, that's what I'm saying.
We'll get there.
It's like,
We'll get there.
there's
Spoilers.
We'll get there.
there's no connection,
Yeah.
emotional connection to the characters. That's all I'm saying.
There we go.
Here we go.
Alright. You can stop over.
this
There you go. Huh? Yeah, I got them both, but I guess I'm like the president here. So I
Manager.
went to this movie, and obviously like I knew I was gonna like it. You know, you know how I am with this movie on Fast and Furious. I'm just not a huge fan since for a while.
Since what, like 5 you would say?
I don't know, probably since
6?
5. Yeah, 5, 6, maybe.
Nah, dude, 7 was really good.
I think
though.
7 was pretty good, too.
awesome, bro.
I don't remember.
I
that.
With James
honestly,
Warren and
Yeah,
Paul Walker.
but
dude,
yeah,
it was
yeah, yeah.
amazing.
but you and me even talked about like 8. Like we held on to 8. Like 8 was fine.
We saw 8
Yeah,
together in
parts.
the theaters, and we didn't really care about that one. We saw it together.
Until the fucking fire circle. Like
There's a lot
that-
more to that
ruined
movie
it.
that was probably ruined anyways. But
And
yeah.
the whole ice thing, remember those?
Yes.
The snow,
So-
we didn't care about that movie.
So with going into this movie, I've also like one of my favorite podcasts to listen to. Shameless plug is How Did This Get Made, right? Which I've shared with Alex and Omar a lot. Probably not with you yet. You haven't seen it or heard it, but it's a great podcast, and they talk about movies that, like, literally how did this movie get made?
Okay.
Most of the time they do bad movies. A lot of time they do the recent movies, but they have this love for the Fast and Furious franchise. I have no idea like why,
They actually
how,
like
like
it?
they
They actually
like
like
it.
it? Okay.
Yeah, and these are like legit.
They don't like it. They
celebrities.
love it.
love it.
They
Okay.
love it.
Like Adam
Yeah.
Scott, the guy from Severance,
Uh huh.
he's like part of their Fast and Furious family.
Oh wow.
He guests basically on there like a guest star,
Uh huh.
and they'll break down all the movies. They just did a new one with Seth Rogen yesterday.
I saw
the Fast and Furious, just the first one. So I've heard a lot of different
DVD players.
I've heard a lot of different aspect or different viewpoints of people that like this, and I personally just don't like the movies after a while.
Yeah.
And while I was sitting in the theater today, something like snapped in my head. Not physically, but just mentally. Yeah, I think it was something of that nature. I sat there and I found myself disconnecting from logic and story and reviews like would come through my head, and they were like, "Hey, this is a silly popcorn movie. Silly popcorn movie." That's all
It
kept
is.
going in my head.
That's why I told
Okay.
Jay. Remember,
Yeah.
like this is just like stupid.
And so I'm sitting there and I'm like, at first I'm questioning all the logic, you know, all the stuff that Alex said about the movie or why it sucks, and you know everything like that. It was like Alex is a critic of it, and he feels the way that I do.
I'm being very calm
For this
about
movie?
it, honestly. 'cause
No, I know, but you
wanna
sounded
let
like
a lot
also
more
like
out of it.
Roger or Siskel and Ebert with your analysis on character development here and stuff like that. So I always feel that way about these movies. But today, I found myself disconnecting from that and just enjoying the
enjoying
movie
yourself,
for what it was.
Okay. I can appreciate
And
that.
I'm not saying that I enjoyed it fully. I did enjoy it more than I enjoyed Fast 9. I'll say that.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to
Uh,
swallow.
But I found myself giving it a higher score than I thought I would, which is a good 5.
Okay.
I'm going to leave it at a 5. Because it was literally a 50-50 movie. It's like,
Yeah.
there were good parts about it. There were probably, maybe I'll do it to a 6 because there were
No, 5 is good.
very few parts.
No.
There were some parts I liked.
Stop.
Well,
stop
'cause
Actually, no, I'm going to give it a 5. I don't
Because
know.
here's the
It's
thing.
like 5.5.
But
That's
I
all.
give it when say I give it a 6. I tell you if Mamau
Mamau
wasn't
would've
as
had
good,
a
wasn't no.
Oh, if my mom
I-
was
I
in
would give
that
it a 4.
movie, that would have been like
I would have said a 4,
a terrible
maybe even
4.
a 3.
I gave what did I give 9? I think I gave 9. I gave 4,
I don't know
right?
what you gave.
I think
Yeah.
it was a 4. At
Oh, I
least.
give 9 like a 3.
Because I hated 9 because I told you guys that the villain was John Cena, and we knew the whole movie that he was become part of the family at the end. It was a stupid
Again,
story.
no stakes.
Do you
There
want
was
me?
no stakes exactly.
Do you want me
Right,
to
so,
ruin
right.
Fast? Do you want me to ruin Fast X for you right now? Because I'm gonna do it.
Fast what?
I mean, yeah, I already
Fast
saw
X.
it. You can't really.
Here's what I'm gonna ruin for you because I literally looked at Michael at
It's
one
like
point and I
already
said,
slotted.
here we're gonna go. Like there is a point where Rita Moreno,
Yeah, Vin Diesel's mama.
yes, she literally
You didn't know who
looks.
she was.
Stop banging the table. The mic.
She looks at like fucking Vin Diesel and is like talking about his relationship with fucking John Cena and
With
their-
John Cena and
all
Paul
this,
Walker
and
and
said-
yeah, Brian.
You want to lose all credibility? John Cena is the whitest motherfucker I have ever seen. in
Why'd you
all
want to
of
use my
life.
race, bro?
Hold on,
Yeah,
no,
bro.
Remember, his
no.
daddy was white.
Let me
His daddy
finish.
was white,
Let me
like
finish.
Italian.
He said that, yeah, he's
Can
Italian.
I
yeah.
cook? Can I cook real quick? let me finish.
Go ahead, cook.
It's burning right
you're
now.
All I'm
burning right
gonna
now.
say is
It's like an
they're
early oven.
talking about his relationship, right? Like
Right.
they're talking about his dad and all this stuff. First of all, they didn't even allude to his dad or anything in this movie, which
Because that
is
was the
what-
last movie.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a 9.
I wanted
all
more
about daddy.
I wanted
more
more,
daddy?
about his dad
One more
Why?
daddy in the wrench?
because they didn't fucking establish anything. Like his dad is just
His dad's a
completely-
dad. His dad was a racer, a race car driver, and
Yeah.
But
then he died
And
because
he died
Yeah.
off screen. He may come
Yes.
Yeah.
But
no, he ain't coming back from
But-
that.
back. Barbecue.
but in their entire relationship, in terms of
Those are back.
John Cena and Vin Diesel, have you ever heard him other than this movie?
Mm-hmm.
There was one moment that you hear like a Hispanic allude to where he's like talking to Han and then he's
Los
like
bandoleros.
Los Bandoleros.
Yeah.
That's
Hey,
all
they,
he
they
says.
brought that back
The
from
Bandolo.
4.
But
that
that's
was crazy.
all he said.
Finally.
But other than that, when have you ever heard like his Hispanic heritage?
And
Bro,
His Hispanic
in the
who he
first
is?
movie, he was in L.A. in Mexico, and
yeah,
Mexican culture
yeah, he
and the
did.
race culture. He's
He
supposed
has
to.
some like broken
But they don't
Spanish.
do this
Spanish.
shit ever since.
Why do you need a whole ass backstory?
talking
I don't want
So
any
wait,
more
do you
movies
want
about
to
this
speak
guy.
Spanish? Is that what you're trying to say?
I'm talking
Yeah, I
about
don't
since
care.
John Cena has
That's
been.
the worst of it. I mean, I think it's.
Listen, I'm talking about since John Cena has been involved in the culture or like the conversation of him
Maybe he was
being-
adopted.
No.
No.
Cena had a fallout when they were little, and then he completely left the
Yeah, completely
family
left the
and
family.
disappeared to the
After
white
the
USA
da-
country.
Well, no, after
After the whole
This
daddy
is
incident.
Dom,
Yeah,
yeah,
no, I
this
know.
is- Okay.
'Cause
Dom
they
run
blame
out
him
of
for the
town.
If we're
dad.
gonna talk about that,
And then that's
cool.
it.
You
We're
guys
not
wanna
talking about
move
that
on to
because
that?
No,
that's
I
Fast
mean,
9, bro.
this is- that was
There
one.
are bigger plot holes in this movie.
Yes,
that
which I wanna get into.
That we're gonna get into.
Sure,
Which
sure.
I wanna get into right now.
Let's go
That
into
we
it.
can agree with.
That's
That
what
we
we're
can
So in preparation for this podcast,
Yes.
because I didn't know what I was gonna remember or not out of this movie afterwards, because I was, not sober. So I was just writing stuff down, and after a while, I was like, I think maybe that was it, like making notes, and then I'm like, why am I thinking so logically about this movie? I should just stop and enjoy
It's the
it.
gummies.
Yeah, that's all
The
it was.
gummies is the
So
No,
It's
I
exploding.
wish I had.
yeah, my
Bro.
mind exploded.
I wish I had as
Expanding
many
your brain.
gummies
What's
as you
that
had
movie about the
to
pill that
be
makes you
able
think
to-
about everything?
yeah.
Oh, I love that movie.
Is that the Matrix when they eat
made the
the-
show
the
too,
red pill or the
with
blue
Jake,
pill?
with Jake,
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. The
of course.
pill.
The
No,
red
not
pill?
Jake. Bradley Cooper.
Yeah, Bradley Cooper.
The blue pill, the red pill?
Limitless.
Limitless.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
Bro, he took one of those and he's like,
Yeah, you're like, huh?
It's like the Matrix. Let's just let it happen. You know.
Just take the pill, man.
Just fuck
So
it,
there were a couple stuff that I wrote down here, and if you want to elaborate on things,
Yes.
I'm not really gonna go
I'm gonna go deep.
detail into
Oh,
it.
here we
Yeah,
go.
oh
yeah.
god,
Go
here we
deep.
go.
So as you remember in Fast 7, was that when they were in Brazil and the Reyes thing
No, that
happened,
was
or at
five.
6?
That was
five. They were in
Jesus,
Brazil.
that's so long.
Yeah,
Well, that's
bro.
what they said 10 years ago in the opening.
God, it's insane.
That was the craziest opening because they went so fast, right? To the
So maybe
movie.
even after that, whenever they were getting more involved with Elena, whatever her name is.
Yeah, that was in the fifth one.
Yeah. So
Because they thought Letty was dead.
yeah.
So
So
you need another
so
girl.
now the female's there and whatever.
Which we're gonna
They
get
finally
into
showed
that,
this
'cause-
kid like growing up, which initially when he was a baby, he looked like more like a Toretto, like white and.
Are you trying to say he was
Whatever.
like Dolomite? Are you trying to say it's a
I
milkman?
put
That's like
my
bagel.
first
It's
Let me see,
like
let me
my
see.
Tego,
my first note was that his kid looks like Tego Calderon.
bro? Oh, look like that, bro.
So I have a theory
Ever been?
that there's a fallout with them because
Here we go.
he may be the daddy.
You want novela, bro?
He might be the
The
daddy,
ultimate bad guy.
and like Elena. That's how he's gonna get over Elena. He's gonna be like, oh, Elena,
I'm gonna-
Tego Calderon.
I'm gonna be
And,
honest.
Fool.
I'm gonna be honest.
You're-
Make this movies more interesting. If we're gonna
What's the
talk
novela?
about
He
like,
made it a novela,
You
bro.
made this
Yeah.
the fast bender pump. What the hell are you talking about, bro? What is this, dude?
that'll make it more interesting. I'll agree.
Betty La Fea.
Vin Diesel.
Fast and
All
Furious.
right, not the
move
father.
on. Move on.
So that was one of them. My second one was while I was watching Tyrese. I said, was Tyrese or Kevin Hart first?
Wait,
Like
what?
famous first
Oh,
Tyrese.
for comedy?
Yeah, Tyrese.
Comedy?
I know Tyrese way before Kevin Hart.
Tyrese
At
was
least
a
me.
comic? Or
No, he's the comic relief in these movies.
Tyrese.
Supposedly.
I
Tyrese
think
before he was
there's-
going to be a serious actor, but he became
Yeah, he was a baby
I think
became
there's
a
a
boy or
difference.
whatever.
I think there's a
Comedian.
difference in terms of the
They made him
comedy
a
that
comedy.
was delivered.
like
with-
comic
Oh,
relief.
okay, I
Yeah,
get what
yeah.
you're saying. No. Kevin Hart is an actual, like,
Comedian.
authentic comedian.
Right.
Tyrese is not a comedian.
Yeah,
Tyrese was a
He-
singer, bro.
Have you heard his
Okay,
album?
yeah,
I wouldn't call it
I'm
singing.
just saying
I
he
wouldn't call it
was.
singing, bro.
He was a
He's
singer.
as much a
one-hit
singer as
wonder.
Vin Diesel's a singer.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah,
One hit wonder back
Well, I
then.
think,
Oh
I
my
think
God,
but he
dude.
can,
Right
at
now-
least we can agree that he can
I
sing
want
better
you right
than,
now.
than him.
I want you right now to play the clip with The Rock getting asked about hearing Tyrese's album. Play the clip.
I'm
Thank
sure
you.
The Rock will accept it.
Oh,
because
he got offended.
Tyrese.
He got offended because he heard it.
I'm
And-
sure he'll like it.
And he
because
called her a mother effer for
Here's-
wasting his time.
Here's
Learn
what
how to
happened,
sing.
But we're gonna go back to the end
It was
credits.
bad, it was
That's
bad.
what we're gonna talk about.
No,
So
hold on,
that
we
was
gotta
one
do
thing
it.
because I
It's
thought
that.
Tyrese was cringe in this movie.
He was.
That's my
listen,
own point.
He was
He was
not.
not
He
as
was
a
not
comedy.
as that before.
Yes.
No, hold
No,
on.
he was
Dude,
bad.
his
in the
comic
last one.
relief in this
because we're
movie was
talking-
not
When
good.
I
Hold on,
say
Omar,
before,
oh.
we're talking like, dude, Alex, we're talking about before they get to this level of cringe.
But he
we're
was
talking
bad in
about
the last
5,
one.
6, 7. He was amazing.
I thought
No.
even
Yeah.
in 2, bro.
Dude,
I think
dude.
even in Miami he was.
Even in Miami when they were trying to build his character, absolutely, bro.
yes.
I remember watching this movie, bro, in the theater, just laughing
Yeah.
out loud with this
Yeah.
guy because he was genuinely
He was
funny.
bad.
Yeah.
He was bad in the last one though.
Oh, dude,
Oh,
because
9?
9 and 10
Yeah.
go together, like peanut butter and jelly.
But that's
You
what
know?
I'm saying is that the writing
It's
and
terrible.
what's put together is
It was really bad.
Not
bad.
only that-
But does it matter how the writing is when this
You can't
movie
take
is
it-
raking in so much money?
Bro,
Like,
yes,
does it
well,
matter?
does.
People
well,
still
it's
watching.
taking less, but
People still
not
watch it.
only that, you watch Jay. Look at the action scenes, the choreography. It
Yeah.
was sloppy.
It was.
Compared to not again, when I said the last movies, I'm talking about the good ones. Look at the fighting with Paul Walker fighting Tony Jaa. Look at that clean fight, bro.
Yeah.
Look at those, dude. Even Jason Statham and Vin Diesel.
Yeah.
Dude, you get The Rock. The camera pulled back.
But
Like,
even-
I was like, what's going on in
Even
this
this
movie?
movie,
They
like,
the
were
fights
they were
terrible.
they were
I feel like a
focusing
WWE.
they were
Even-
focusing less on that. They wanted to cover up the action
It was-
so they could
But
they
even
could
this
get through it.
movie,
Yeah, yeah.
terrible.
there was moments where I sat and I looked at the crowd reaction.
It was falling asleep.
No one was
I remember.
reacting. There was
No.
zero.
Well, people were laughing.
I heard
There was
There were
zero.
people laughing.
People
No,
were laughing.
There's
Like
people-
at the
yeah,
movie.
That's fine.
At,
you can,
no,
you can
at
laugh,
the movie.
But I'm talking about their action. If we're
No,
talking about that
no.
aspect,
No,
There
we're
was
not talking about
nobody
drama or
acting
action.
like a John Wick.
Yeah.
Nobody reacting like that. No.
there was nothing
No,
of
no,
that.
no. You're not getting reaction.
And the laughing was like, like it was just like,
very.
That,
give a
that
chuckle.
one, I'll give you now. I will give you the scene with Charlize getting
Yeah.
out of the out of her building.
Right.
That fight wasn't half bad.
No, with Michelle Rodriguez.
No, the
No.
one that-
When she got
we're
ganged
not
up on, when
talking about
everybody
the
turned.
fight. We're talking about the reaction from the crowd
No,
beforehand.
I get it. I'm just going back to what
I
you
mean,
were
there was a
saying
couple,
But I'm
about how-
saying,
couple
like-
juicies here and there, sure, but overall,
Even
overall-
even during
yeah.
that fight, like there was no reaction from the crowd from where we were.
Oh, there
at.
was a big reaction from the crowd.
I didn't hear shit.
I think you were just looking at Jay the
Yeah,
whole time.
yeah,
they
exactly.
were, yeah.
There was
I
a
didn't
huge
hear-
reaction from the
I
crowd on that
heard-
It
part.
was like this.
I heard
especially,
maybe like, yeah,
especially
like,
on the elevator. Especially on the elevator,
Yeah,
bro. That
the
elevator part.
elevator
Everyone was like,
crazy.
"Oh!"
Yeah, the elevator part.
Dude,
And
that
it
part was
like,
awesome.
Oh,
I thought that part was
No,
awesome.
you're right. That
Yes.
part we all reacted. Even Michael
But I
reacted
will
to that
say
part.
that even her reaction was bigger than probably what I heard from Jason Momoa. No, I'm serious.
I'm
bet
not
you were.
laughing at him.
No.
I'm dead ass the entire
All right,
movie.
like-
I would be remiss to say that whatever people were reacting to was like they gave her fucking flowers.
Right.
They actually gave her respect, and I think she's a great actress. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But from the Jason Momoa aspect of it, like he literally did not get any reaction compared to that elevator scene or what was happening. That's what I'm
so
saying.
I'm not.
Well,
Okay, well,
actually,
time
now
out because
that-
I'm not
wait
gonna.
a minute, hold on. You make a point because Jason Momoa, Dante, he has that's a cool name actually, by the way. I like
Dante, yeah.
Dante Reyes.
Yeah,
Reyes.
Dante
So by the
Reyes,
way,
yeah.
he's like
Dante's
that-
Inferno, like
Latino,
Dante's
bro.
Inferno. He's like a.
I'm not giving him shit. Like I
But
think
you know,
he was
he
a
didn't
great
fight.
character.
He didn't fight.
Bro, he
Yeah.
played more. He
He was
played
definitely
more.
he was the Joker. He just got beat up. He just got
But-
beat up and
but-
laughed. By the way,
But me and Michael talked about this driving to the movie, right? We talked about Guardians of the Galaxy 3. And we talked about the main villain in Guardians 3.
oh, the High Evolutionary.
Yes,
Yeah,
we
we're
talked
gonna
about
have
the
a podcast.
high
That's probably
evolutionary,
worse than
and we talked
freaking
about how
Kang.
Way
But
worse.
we talked about how amazing he was. He had his writing
Yes.
and his delivery, and
Yes.
it was so great.
Yes.
And in a sense that he
There were stakes.
fucking delivered,
Yes,
and there were stakes.
It feels like a threat in the movie.
And
Yes,
when I'm talking
right.
about Jason Momoa in this movie,
it was a joke.
There was no stakes.
I mean, you love what's the word? You love to hate him.
Yeah.
Because that's really how I felt. I love.
You're
to
gonna
hate
laugh
him,
about it, but it
didn't-
was not serious.
But at the same time, I was rooting for him because I don't care about
the
any
thing
character
that-
anymore.
because you don't
You were
care
rooting for
about.
who now?
I was rooting for Jason Momoa.
You
So-
don't
Really?
care
I was like,
about.
His
Yeah, but you don't
character
care
was
about.
like he was legit psychotic, bro. I mean,
Yeah.
I think they even
You
mentioned
were
something.
laughing
Remember,
so hard every scene with him,
Jog
bro.
my memory here.
Yeah.
In one part, I think he talked about with the explosion, like he actually had something go wrong with his head or something.
He said
something messed
that
up.
after he's talking about after he died for 2 minutes.
Yes.
Clinically, something about inside my head.
Yeah.
Up inside the skull.
Yeah.
He mentioned.
He
I
said
was like,
something, so
I'm
I'm like, okay, so you're
Are
twisted.
you
You're not right in the head.
So he knows he's not right in the head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and he played that part, bro. Even when he was fighting Dom and he was getting punched,
He's
he
laughing.
Goes, boom, dude, he got hit once. Boom, he's like, ooh, he gets hit again. Boom, boom, oh, you know, like he was playing
That
that.
reaction.
Can I-
Freaking those
Lay
reactions
reaction,
were
bro.
great.
Can I
man.
actually lay out my thought that I was
Go
telling
ahead.
Sorry.
Michael on the way before we even got to the
All right,
movie?
continue.
That's all I'm gonna say.
go.
One last thing. You can be
Okay, part two.
the most amazing actor in a room full of. That's all I'm gonna say.
Why would you
Jesus,
say that
what the
on
freak?
the podcast?
That's all I'm gonna say is that
Fucking Christ.
he's the most amazing actor.
All right, we're moving on.
No. Let me finish.
Hurry up.
He's the most
You got
amazing
30 seconds.
actor in a room of people that don't know how to act. That's the reality of it. Is like we're talking about Vin Diesel. We're talking about everyone that's there.
Yeah.
There's really no one that's pushing it forward. Like that's the reality. You have to agree.
Yeah.
I'm talking about, and then what I'm saying is that yes, maybe this may come across offensive,
That's pretty funny.
but I'm saying like you could be the most.
Vin Diesel's a bad actor.
You could, no. You could
Alex,
be.
you got 30 seconds. Come on,
You
bro.
could be
Let's
an
get it
A.
out.
You could be an A+ actor in a room full of B+ stars.
Cool.
That's it. That's all I'm
No,
saying.
yeah, you're right.
That's all I was gonna say.
That's
That's all I was
reality.
gonna say.
There we go.
All right. So, my third note here, which we could go ahead and get into. I did feel indoctrinated.
Did you really?
What the hell?
By just in my mouth?
When Dom carried Letty half naked in the bedroom.
How is that indoctrination?
That was
mean bar-
like
you mean
sexual
barely-
indoctrination.
barely
I didn't go
holding
there
to
to
her
watch
'cause he
sex or
was-
something like that. Yeah, I came there to watch cars.
Now you're being
And
ridiculous.
family.
There was no sex scene.
Family.
There
Number
was
one.
about to be.
There was about
to
to be, but they kept it PG-13.
Yeah, but not that
Well,
much.
every
They're still-
movie that they're together,
still
that's like that's their classic
That's their
pose.
thing, bro.
That's their
Yeah, I
thing.
don't
Like,
like
Yeah.
yeah, that's their pose.
No, the last movie they didn't do that. No. Last movie they were
It
just
wasn't SmackDown.
There was no
it was
indoctrination.
SmackDown.
No, it was very
It's
indoctrinated.
the latest SmackDown.
I felt
was
heterosexually
SmackDown.
indoctrinated.
Well, heterosexually,
Yeah.
maybe that's a good thing.
That's terrible. So the fourth point I had, this goes back. This is the point I want to make for all the movies, because I especially in 9 and 8, I noticed that a lot of people know how to fight, right?
Yeah.
Well, they
I already
all-
know where you're going with
they
this.
all
Go.
took
Say it.
Hardcore.
No, let him
military training.
Let him talk.
behind
Let him
the
talk.
scenes. Michael, you didn't know that?
Let him
Let
talk.
him cook. Let him cook.
Let him talk.
For dummies.
When I wanted to, like, besides Dom, who could probably fight, because he's from the
He
streets,
can't
right?
fight, bro. He
He's
fights,
from the
he
streets,
fights
bro.
on
He's like
street.
Christian, bro. He's like Christian, man.
He's a Christian, man.
Yeah, he's
Christian,
Christian,
man.
So he fights on street.
Yeah, he's a street guy. Maybe Tyrese and
I wouldn't
They
even go
fight
that far
hood.
because
They
If
fight
you
hood,
fight
yeah.
an actual martial artist,
is
you're gonna
fine.
go down.
now,
No,
but
I wanna hear his thought.
Okay,
Yes.
with martial arts, you just mentioned it. How do they now all know like martial arts,
like tactical
yeah.
combat and
I never
UFC
saw- there was
takedowns
no
and all
montage.
that.
No explicit
There's no training.
fucking
There's no
nation.
training
The
at all.
continuity there
You know
is
they could
bad.
fix it, but I
The
like Iron
continuity
2. You
there
know they
is
could have
very
fixed
bad.
that
And
in any movie. They could
My-
have fixed that.
my big
You're right.
question-
No, that
okay.
one I agree with you.
Wanna
My
hear the
big
question.
question here, the follow with that part one, was if Cypher was that good to basically escape and take out
Yes.
an entire SWAT
Yes.
team
And you mean
Talk.
that building?
in that building,
Sure.
then why did she need Dom and the team in the first place?
She didn't.
I mean, no. She needed. I mean, obviously,
If
if she's
she was
restrained,
that-
she's restrained. Obviously,
Who's restrained?
You're talking about.
I'm talking about
She's talking about in
in
the beginning
Fast
after
8
she
or
got
7.
Oh,
beat
okay,
up.
okay.
But wait, what?
I'm talking
Seven?
about Fast 8.
I thought you were talking
We're
about
going back
in
to
this one.
8 when she went to
I'm talking
kill
about-
them.
No, we're talking about the scene
in
in
this movie
Oh,
where
yeah.
she basically took out an entire squad.
She's really capable.
Cypher. You know
When,
Cypher.
when so when
Oh,
when
why she has
Jason
jabronis after those people?
Mamau comes into the fucking
I got
I'm not
you,
even
I
talking
got
about
you.
Jason Momoa. I'm talking about this guy.
I see what you're saying.
I'm talking about Cypher. So Cypher takes out this entire team, right?
Yes.
Maybe she learned
In the building.
She learned how to fight.
In Fast and Furious 8, her whole thing is she's blackmailing Dom to
She's
help her
always
get
behind
yes,
a computer.
to get her fun. But why?
Because
Why is she? Because
They made it sound like she was
she's
all
like
brains,
in
but
Mission
not broad.
Impossible 4
Yeah.
or 5, whenever it was, when Jeremy Renner comes out.
Jeremy,
he's at a desk job.
yeah. All,
Like,
all,
what are
all
you doing
brains,
behind a
It
desk
was five
when you can
all
freaking
brains
fight
and no
all these
brawn.
people?
What was it for?
No,
But
but he
that
ended up
is-
fighting, and I'm like,
Yeah.
he fought Tom Cruise, and
He
they're
did.
like, that's not a desk job. You're not from a desk job. He's
Yeah,
like,
you're
yeah, I
pretty
used to be,
good.
whatever.
I have skills.
So why did she need Dom in the first place? If she could take out a
But
whole
that was
squad.
my argument when I literally looked at Jay at one point.
I see,
know,
what,
like,
I
and
see what you're saying.
They
But
got
I know
guys-
why. I know why.
She went into office and got
But
guys
I know why. I know why.
with Dom behind her, right? Like
No,
she
I know.
walks in,
But
but
that-
she could have taken out.
the-
She could have went all in there and taken out Tyrese that was in there, Ramsey, everybody.
And she
Now,
fucking kicked
now-
ass.
Yeah, but
and that bleeds into this movie where
but
I
that
thought the
was different,
continuity was
yeah.
really bad. I'm thinking Cypher should have wrecked.
That's the last
Michelle-
three movies.
oh,
the
Letty,
continuity
she should have
is
wrecked
in
Dude,
the third
and
one.
Yeah, if she
you
took
mean
out
you
an
mean the
entire
shot when
squad,
she
yeah.
goes down to the floor and the next shot they're like best friends?
Yeah, well,
That was weird. I'm sorry.
yeah.
They didn't.
But
I
not
started,
just
I
that,
started
but
laughing with
it's
that
not
shot.
just that. I mean, we're talking continuity of like skill
Movies.
level here.
For
And movies too.
in between movies.
You know,
That's- there's still
clearly,
all-
what was it?
Rodriguez
What was the
did
one?
nothing
What
in
was
this
the one
movie.
where
Yeah, it was weird.
Tyrese and Tyrese and
And
Han.
Han.
Yeah, which episode
movie?
was it?
Episode?
Was it 8? Which
episode,
part of
yeah.
the saga? Which saga movie?
Paramount Plus.
Was it where they were fighting that Indonesian guy? Where both Tyrese and Han
Oh,
were fighting,
that
and they
was-
got their butts.
That was amazing.
wrecked.
That would have been. I think it was
Was that
6. I think it was 6. You're right.
Was
I
it
think it was
6?
6. I think it was
7?
London. I think it was London. Yeah.
2 episodes
I think it was six,
before
yeah.
3.
So
maybe.
you clearly see
6 or 7. I
that
think it was
none
6.
of them know how to fight a
know how to
trained
fight,
martial
right.
artist, right? Martial artist, but yet Han gets pulled in to fight
Jason Statham.
Jason Statham,
That's my problem.
and
is
he
that
can actually
no-
keep him at. Not that he could fight. I'm sure he would have lost
No,
the
like
fight,
defense.
but he
Defense.
kept him
No,
at bay
but
for a
no,
second.
no.
I'm
But
like,
they
whoa.
explained that in 9. Han was trained by Mr. Nobody.
They
There's
did?
no fucking continuity to this
Are you
movie.
sure?
That
though.
is gone.
In 9, they explained that in the
They
flashback
explained
that
it.
this whole time, this whole thing is taking place is because Mr. Nobody
Nobody.
recruited him after he went to Japan
So everyone
But he
has
was
been.
in
in
Six, you
Tokyo
said.
Drift.
So everyone has been.
But he was in 6.
Wait,
You said 6 was when Tyrese and him were fighting that Indonesian guy.
yeah, but remember, hold on, remember, this is flashbacks. So we went back to the past to
but
explain
every
what happened
movie
with the
has
car crash.
been-
Remember,
Mr. Nobody has
Tokyo
been
Drift
trained
takes place
everyone.
in the future, and the other movies took place in the past.
But what
No,
you're
the
saying
timeline
is
is-
everyone.
So
has,
they explain,
No.
they
everyone
hire
has been
Han.
trained by
No, hold
Mr.
on, no,
Nobody.
Alex, hold on. So they hire Han. Mr. Nobody liked his set of skills, and they use him
And they trained him.
to train him and
Okay.
to protect the asset in Tokyo. And at the same time,
the-
and
that's
that's
the
the
girl.
that's
The
the
girl.
girl.
I'm trying to block
The
that out of
other,
my head.
it was the other guy's eye. It had a name. I forgot the name.
Artemis. Or,
It was something like it did the same thing as God's
Maybe
eye, just
Artemis,
a
maybe?
little different. What you're talking about, right?
Ares.
And that's why they went to
Ares or
space.
God of
Remember,
War,
remember
right?
now?
Or Hermes.
No, it's Ares, I think.
Is that what
No,
it
what's
was?
Hermes?
Is
It
that
was
that's
one
why
of
they
those.
went to
It was
space?
a-
By the way,
It was a god
God of
Greek-
something.
It was a god
It
Greek.
was God Greek.
It was a god Greek guy.
Greek guy.
Greek guy.
So that's
What's the name?
that's the reason why I believe Han at least can defend himself with Shaw. But that's it. That's because of Mr. Nobody.
But not Michelle Rodriguez.
No,
And
no, not
especially-
her, not her.
And especially, bro, I'm sorry. That whole scene where what's her name? Paul Walker's wife in the movie.
Mia.
Where Mia was with.
Oh, she disappeared in the movie, by the way.
Was with Dom's
Whoops.
son.
Where the fuck
in the
was she the
house.
whole
All of a
movie?
sudden,
It's the
everybody breaks into the house to get them. And she's
Out of-
beating the crap out of freaking
She's
trained
fighting, like-
soldiers, basically.
Like, have you seen her fight in the
Come
other
on,
movies
dude.
too?
But
She
her,
started fighting
I
as
would
well.
believe that she could fight because
There's
her
no.
husband is Brian.
But
I-
there's
okay.
no.
And you will think her husband at least would
There's
train her.
no
That's true. That is true.
But again,
Remember when
no
they were in Brazil, running away from the law, they had to learn a lot of stuff in the
It's an
streets, bro.
assumption. We're supposed to assume.
There's no.
Oh, you want to see behind the scenes of them
Honestly, a
training?
montage.
You want to see the Rocky?
just-
You want to see Rocky montage?
Dude, it was
Montage.
multiple armed.
Multiverse.
It was
The-
multiple armed police officers.
The
that are
reality of
trained to
these
fight.
movies is
No,
like
you're
And
right.
she's beating them up.
I'm not defending that.
you
That
have
is
to
stupid. You're
suspend
right.
imagination so fucking hard.
Bro,
in
and
these
Jacob
movies.
knew that was gonna happen right there, and he came dressed like that.
Yeah.
Again, bro, it was
Oh, yeah,
just like
that's right,
what
yeah.
the.
These
I don't know what
movies,
happened.
you have to be so stupid. You have to be literally. I'm telling you, like when I sat there was a moment when I looked at Michael and I said, I need to I wish I would have had a gummy. I wish I would have taken whatever you had.
getting serious.
No, I'm dead ass because he was just sitting there like so relaxed about it. I'm like, wow,
He's not.
you're very chill about it. I'm just
Not
like,
healthily, but you do.
he's okay with it, and I'm just like, this movie does not make
Because that's
any
when I
fucking
stopped
sense.
note taking and I sat down and I
Watch
realized
the movie.
I just had to watch this movie for
What
what
else
it
you
was.
got? What else you got?
There's a portion of okay, I can suspend imagination.
Okay.
But there's just so much in this movie that I'm like, I have to literally be fucking stupid
Okay.
to sit there and watch this movie to accept
so be
it.
dumb next time you watch the next one.
I guess.
So
I mean, that's
that
it.
was part one.
stupid,
Part two
stupid.
of that question. Also, the bomb.
Oof, the
In
bomb.
Rome,
The
the rolling
freaking
ball
bomb.
Fucking stupidity.
So, first of all, to bounce off Alex's point,
Well, the ball,
I-
the ball did bounce
I'll make this
Just
point
like-
first. I felt indoctrinated.
It made no sense.
Again?
By the ball.
Yeah, I felt indoctrinated.
In with
By
what?
the ball.
I feel indoctrinated by them trying to tell me and trying to make me
Sure.
suspend my disbelief that much while a bomb is on fire rolling down Rome and not
Hey,
exploding.
it looked cool though.
It did look cool. But I didn't have anybody ask.
I have to. Be
I didn't have anybody-
Stupid. I have to
Man.
be stupid.
But it was
to
dumb.
accept this. I'm telling you.
So I felt
I did not
indoctrinated,
feel indoctrinated.
by them telling me I got to be dumb to
Yeah.
watch the movie.
I literally.
What I'll tell you what I
looked
feel indoctrinated
I
with
looked
was
at
that
you.
CG in the beginning. That was indoctrination.
That 30-year-old face with
That was
Vin Diesel,
horrific.
That was disgusting,
I did not
bro.
believe that at all.
¿Qué es
That was
eso?
Eso fue horrible, bro.
Vin Diesel. Do you notice when the camera was in his face, it was like CG?
It was CG, bro.
He-
Taken away.
there was a filter. No,
in the beginning of this movie.
when he's talking to his son.
Yeah.
The first
He
30.
had a filter
The
a lot of
first-
times
yeah,
to
the-
make him younger.
the
bro.
second
The first
he opened
30
the
to
door,
Such a
40
weirdo
he's like-
sometimes.
The
He's
first
like-
30
I know,
to 40
those are-
minutes of this movie
yeah.
And
he's
I was like,
was just
Huh?
bullshit. I'm telling you.
yeah,
Like-
his
like-
face looked like glass, bro.
yeah, like glass. It looked very
looked like
glossy.
very
That's the word,
smooth and
glossy. Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
I didn't know that.
I'm like,
I
bro,
thought it
what's
was
this going with this filter?
Okay,
CG, yeah,
you're
CG.
talking
Yeah.
about the person that sat there during Avatar and said you fucking not realize how fake this shit looked.
I didn't say Avatar looked fake.
I'm saying when you talked about Avatar, you sat there and you were talking about how you were like, I cannot suspend imagination. When we're talking about Avatar compared to this bullshit, when we're
My
sitting
thing was
there,
not about imagination in Avatar.
I don't know. I felt a
And
sense
Avatar
of-
was it looked like shit when it switched from 60 frames per second. to
Okay,
20
but
frames
we're
per second.
talking about a fucking Fast and Furious movie when we're looking at Vin Diesel and they're trying to de-age his ass
I
and he
didn't-
looked
I didn't
fucking
notice that.
terrible.
I
Well, not
was
his
already
butt. It
in-
was his face, but yeah.
That's when the
His
gum was kicking
face,
in.
it looked terrible. And not even just Vin Diesel. I'm talking about
All the CG.
all the
There was a lot of
CG.
CG.
If we're talking about how you are, listen,
It was bad. Yeah.
you are
Like
breaking
when they were driving
down.
in the fire.
Omar has been sitting down talking about behind the scenes about Indiana Jones and how people are saying this movie looks fucking terrible,
terrible.
and this guy is
Indiana?
80 years
Yeah,
old.
Indiana, yeah.
Listen, he's 80 fucking years old. This guy
Let's
is
not go off on a tangent.
no, but I'm saying like
finish this
if
movie.
we're talking about Vin Diesel, he probably looks horrible. That's all I'm saying.
You got battery.
Like,
You got a
Yeah,
voice
yeah,
of
yeah,
reason.
he does.
I'm actually the voice of reason today.
I'm just saying, if Vin Diesel looks terrible, then we're gonna accept that.
80-year-old Harrison Ford.
Harrison Ford looks fucking terrible. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's all you're saying. So, my last point before I stopped taking notes was it kind of had to do with like Tyrese and Ludacris, or mostly Ludacris.
The jokes
Where-
were terrible.
So the joke, there was a long joke about the bomb being in the trunk. Remember when they found the bomb in the trunk?
in the back, yeah.
huh.
And then this guy, Ludacris, started explaining like sarcastically to Tyrese, like, "Oh, you know what a bomb does? It blows up, blah blah
Yeah,
blah
yeah,
blah,
yeah, yeah,
blah blah
yeah.
blah." And I'm like, "You guys are in no rush. You're gonna be on the walkie-talkie,
Bro,
just
I'll
taking."
be like crying.
Yeah, I'm like,
See
"What
that
are you
bomb?
doing?"
Again, no stakes. There's no
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
reaction to the
No.
bomb. They were like laughing.
Like, she was driving. She was driving, and she was like,
Yeah.
"There's a bomb in the back,and then he's
Yeah.
like, and then Tyrese's like,
Like,
"What? There's a
Donkey
what?
Kong.
in the
What
back?
kind of bomb? Like,
What kind of bomb? What's a
I
bomb
forgot.
do?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
A
it
bomb
blows up
explodes.
everybody. It explodes. It's
Yeah.
made of this, this, and this." I'm like, "This is valuable time you guys are wasting."
Yeah.
Like, if you guys would have started working on the bomb realistically,
Do you feel
At
the
that point.
chemistry was off with them or something?
I don't.
or-
I think it was a lot of edits in this movie. Like,
Yeah.
some of the cuts were so.
I think it was the writing.
Or you just think it was all writing?
I mean, it's all everything.
I
to be
think it was
honest.
a lot of writing. and
it's all.
there-
It's everything.
There were certain moments where like they were trying to make a joke, and I literally looked at everyone in the theater, and I was like, "There's no one's laughing."
Wait, who'd you look at?
I was.
I looked at
laughing more-
you. I looked at
He
Jay.
did.
I looked at.
He was
but
looking
we
at me
weren't
the
the
entire
other-
freaking movie. Okay.
I'm not
But we
talking
weren't the
about
only
you
people in the
guys.
theater.
I'm talking about the entire fucking theater. Like
row.
no one reacted.
The
Bobby,
row around.
listen,
There was no laughs.
Imagine you watching a movie.
I heard
Hey,
laughs.
No,
Imagine.
there were certain laughs,
In the back,
yes,
yeah.
but there were certain like jokes that were happening between Tyrese, especially during the fucking the Tyrese and the Pete Davidson shit. Like that shit was
Oh,
like,
that was a little
It was
forced.
cringe.
I sat there and I looked around and I was like, yo,
He
there
didn't
are
look around.
people
Imagine
laughing.
you
Oh, yeah, he's
facing
fine.
there, and he was literally like this the whole time, staring. And I'm like,
So you're
I
gonna
felt
laugh.
it. I
I
was like,
wasn't looking
like,
right
you
away.
Felt like a demon
The-
next to you. in
and
your
I'm like,
face,
what the
looking at
heck?
you.
The problem
I had to
is,
turn to him and say, stop
Freaking
looking
I
at me.
wasn't
Dark Maul
looking
behind you,
I
bro.
wasn't
The
looking at you
insidious
right
demon.
away.
Yeah, yeah, Dark Maul, bro,
I
like right behind you,
waited- I waited. I literally waited for the
They followed
reaction.
And I know what you were looking for. I get it. I understand what you're looking for.
I actually was looking for more you feeling indoctrination because literally
The nation.
Jason Momoa, he had ponytails.
I'm a Momoa fan.
Hold on. He had ponytails. He was literally.
You already indoctrinated me. He came inside my
level
body
Ew.
and indoctrinated me.
If we talk about the last episode that we were talking about and like how.
Omar, ask him. Tell him. Didn't I ask you at one point? I was like, are they trying to portray him as gay in this movie?
Yeah,
And
you
said,
asked
and
me.
You said,
I
no,
said I
don't
think he's
so.
flamboyant. I don't think he's gay.
I'll take that.
I think he's a weirdo.
Yeah,
I think I
he's
call
just
it. I think I call it. He's a
But
nut.
you accept that from him, but then when you talk about other movies where like people are like literally. That's all I'm saying.
Stick to one topic, please.
No, that's all I'm gonna say.
We're trying to do one topic.
There we go.
I know.
So
dude.
those are my notes on
You know
that
something.
before I had to stop.
So you have no more notes now?
Because at that point, something like I said snapped, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna
Your
sit
brain
here,
snapped.
and it probably did.
Yeah.
It probably got to the point where I'm just like trying to overanalyze everything.
I'm high. I'm okay.
I wanted to ask you guys, what did
And you
you
got over
think
there.
There's,
about that last part where he jumped over the dam?
Goddamn.
I wanted to ask you. I know it's definitely out
Bullshit.
there, far-fetched. It was ridiculous.
Bullshit.
But
I mean-
when he hit that nitrous and then
And then the camera
The Fast and
panned
Furious
into
Bro,
one
that was nostalgia to
flashback
Fast
of
One,
the
though.
first movie.
I was like,
Fine. I was like, finally they
Yes.
brought that back.
I
Okay,
liked that
that's
a
cool.
lot.
That's because the movie started off to be about cars
I didn't like it.
and family.
Yeah.
Somewhere along the
You know
line.
what? You know what's something that I don't know if you guys realize this, and it's too late now. But I was when I was doing rewatching his movies with Michelle and recently, the characters, even when they were good, 5, 6, 7. If you notice, they always do the same team ups. Even now, they're still doing them. It's always Dom and Letty. It's always Ludacris and Roman.
Oh yeah, like they have their side
It's
plots. Yeah.
and now they added what's her face, hot girl hacker.
Cypher.
That's not. No, that Cypher was
Ramsey.
Ramsey, and Han. He kind of feels like awkward in the middle because he doesn't know what group he belongs to.
Well, now he'll find
So
a group.
right, so have you noticed that? So it's always the same groups, and then I'm sorry, and Mia was with Brian. Dude, in all the movies, Mitch, for example, Letty only had one freaking line. Watch the first movie. She never talks to Brian in the whole movie. Never. People don't realize that. So when you go back to watch, I believe it was 5, I'm sorry, 6. When she goes back from the dead,
Yes.
he goes to her, "I'm so sorry. I'm glad you're back."
Yep.
That was the only line he delivered to her in the whole saga.
Really?
So it makes you, it opens up all these possibilities. Like, why they don't, if we're talking about that, I'm sure they know. They just don't give a crap. Because do you imagine them doing, for example, let's have Roman and Dom together. Just them two. See what happens. What kind of comedy will come out of that? Let's just mix characters completely. Why the heck not? Because you know why? Because that will be a lot harder for the writers to write. I'm telling you, they don't even know what, dude. It's easy for them because it's a lot of the script is improvised. You can tell.
The writers just don't care.
I mean, well, Vin Diesel doesn't care either. I mean, it is what it is. But
I'm saying the reality
it's
is.
just sad that we don't get those
when you talk
dynamics
about
between
these
characters.
movies, and when you look at like everything when you look about the breakdown of everything, I'm saying like I've literally sat there and I'm like, this whole Ludacris and
Roman.
Roman.
What's
is
Ludacris' name?
terrible.
We keep calling Ludacris.
Rome. Rome.
No, Rome.
No, that's Roman.
Is
No,
Tyrese.
Roman.
City.
That's Tyrese.
Roman. Roman is his
Ludacris
fucking
in This
name.
one is
Tyrese
Ted,
is Roman.
We never
Roman.
said that. We're talking about
Ted.
Ludacris.
Ted.
What's Ludacris?
Ted.
Ted. Oh, it's Tetch. Oh, Ted.
Tatch or Tash or something.
Tetch.
I don't even
Ted.
fucking know because no one fucking cares. That's the problem.
I care.
Like,
bro.
no one cares. Like,
Omar cares.
we're all sitting there.
Omar really cares.
Jay cares.
He doesn't even know. But the thing is, he doesn't know.
Ludacris is better than Ja Rule.
What are you talking about? Nobody cares about what?
Ludacris.
The
I'm
names?
talking about the characters. Like, are you really invested in the
I
characters
used
of
to
these
care
movies?
a lot for these people,
No,
but not
if one of
anymore.
them
Now
died,
it's
I
just
would care.
whatever. Not anymore because they don't
anymore.
get.
I mean,
it's comedy now. They don't.
superheroes.
Yeah.
But that's my point. Is like
They ruined-
someone
they
can
ruined
care,
themselves.
and then someone just dies.
they rolled themselves that.
And then
hard.
we're like, okay, cool. And then 2 movies later, they're just fucking magically alive. Like right now, like look at fucking.
Hold on, we're not there yet.
No,
Well, you kinda-
we're there. We're at Gal Gadot. Like,
Oh my
where the
God,
fuck
I
did she
get
come
you.
from?
He's not putting this. Is not live.
There's no explanation.
No. I guess you're gonna put spoilers.
But I'm
you know,
saying there's
yeah.
no explanation. Of
Oh yeah.
Where
Well,
the
they
fuck
better
is-
explain the hell out
to
of
be
that, I'll tell
fair,
you.
remember this is the Infinity War
There's
of
no
Fast and Furious.
explanation
There
of
has to
anything.
be.
There has to be an
Eventually, there
explanation
has to
in the
be an
next movie.
explanation
They're
about
gonna
the
have
one.
to.
The same thing with Han.
Yeah.
They're gonna explain it half-assed.
How much of an explanation of Han did you get though? He literally
We got
just
enough.
We got it. I mean, I
someone
guess
fucking
You
yeah.
got
skidded by.
that weird
and then they're
flashback,
Like, okay,
yeah,
he didn't
I mean,
I
die.
get what you're
Alex,
saying,
I
bro.
think what you
I get
want
you're saying.
is like a Christopher Nolan backstory to these characters,
that's
and it's
true.
just not gonna happen.
You want to know how? You want to know how she survived?
I think you
What was her
just
name?
had
It's
a
not
lot
Gal
of
Gadot. Her
fucking
name was
gummies
freaking,
right now that
Giselle?
you're okay with it
Was it
because
Gis-
like
was
the
it
last
Giselle?
movie, you sat there,
forgot
you're
her
like,
name.
what
But
the
the
fuck
last
is
movie was
happening?
absolute gutter trash.
Giselle.
bro.
The
Giselle,
last
Giselle.
movie
There
was
was nothing
terrible.
supporting that
Bro,
movie.
I get. You know how she survived? I bet.
They relied more on the action,
Okay,
I think.
let me ask you.
Okay.
Let me
I
ask.
guess I won't say anything.
Let me ask everyone. No. Let me ask everyone at this table. I want you to explain to me because I sat there for fucking 2.5, almost 3 hours. What was the point of that movie?
To have fun.
It was.
Family.
I,
The
I agree.
popcorn.
And
To
family.
have fun?
Family.
Did you really have fun?
I did.
I did.
I did.
I didn't have
There were
fun.
points
sorry,
I
Alex.
I could see that.
I had some fun.
I have fun,
during
yeah.
this.
I didn't have
had
fun.
dumping half a
I
bu- a
laughed
bucket of
so
popcorn on
hard.
your
Jay,
freaking-
you and I laughed so hard.
Dude,
a
I did.
bunch of times. We laughed
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah.
At the
And-
movie,
and-
mind you.
and-
At the
and-
movie.
and- dude.
Not with the movie. I laughed at the
At the
movie.
movie.
Yeah.
At the movie.
Kind of like when we
Every
watched
time
Santa
we were-
Jaws,
yes.
I laughed
Oh,
like that.
dude.
It's like watching The Room. Like if you
Bro,
like to watch The
exactly.
Room.
There
I'm like,
were
oh
times,
my, I was
bro,
laughing.
But
There
if
were
we're
some
sitting-
cheese lines
But
that
I
dude,
made me laugh.
There
That
were,
was so
there were
stupid.
some cheesy freaking lines
Yes.
that me and you were like looking at, and we're
Oh
like,
my-
wow, like laughing,
Yeah.
and everybody's quiet, and we're laughing
Because it
But
was so
we're
stupid.
sitting in
Yeah.
2023
Oh, God.
in
Yeah,
the
but
middle
you-
of a fucking theater.
Do you
No,
want
no, no,
everything
no, no,
everywhere
no.
all at once?
I just,
Quality?
but I want to know, like, is that what we're going into? Because if we're accepting
I think now
mediocrity,
No, here's what we're
Actually,
accepting.
you know what's a good
We're
question,
accepting.
Alex?
We're not the one-
accepting.
that's a good question
It's not a good
because
question because listen,
we are sitting
there are
here.
movies- No, here.
Hold on, you guys sat here and talked about
Okay, Jake.
Air.
Let's go.
No. You guys sat here and talked about Air.
Talk about Air.
Wait, what? Jay, what?
You guys sat here and
Air
talked
was
about
good.
movies that, like,
Calling him Jay for this.
I literally was like sitting here.
Okay, I'm not Alex.
Oh my
I'm
God.
Jay. He's
I called it.
Alex.
All right, here we
called
go.
it.
I can't
87%.
fucking
Look at
finish.
the audience score.
87%.
Alex is
Way
the
higher than 9, bro.
Yeah,
I called
Omar
it.
is-
So the audience loves Fast
Omar
10.
is saying, yeah,
I called
Omar
it.
is showing us the Rotten Tomatoes
Yeah, I
score.
figured. The audience loves it.
54% of critics, which is online.
It's
of what I
half.
gave.
Half critics loved it,
That's what I
half
said. I
hated it.
gave it a 5 out of 10. You know, like that was my. So I'm very much in line with the critics. But
How's
there
a
was some-
5 out of 10 okay though?
But
Like, I
the,
don't understand.
because it's okay. It's
I'm
like,
1
it is
point
what it
off,
is.
bro, and I gave it
You're
one.
1
I
point.
gave it a 6.
But your
for my mouth.
your 6.
How is that
your 6,
okay?
it goes. That means it's good for you. That's a good
I think
score.
we're to answer Alex's
So you're being a
question.
high score.
was
You're
entertained.
lowering your expectations
Dang, that's a good
though,
score.
No, I think-
and we're talking about how
Alex,
we
here's
just
what-
walked out of a movie like Guardians 3.
Okay, Alex, but you're comparing
Who walked out
apples
of
to
Guardians
oranges.
3?
You're picking. You're
He's comparing to Guardians 3.
Yeah, you're comparing
Oh,
two
no, you
different
can't
movies.
compare
You can't
Guardians
compare
three.
Guardians
No,
3.
no,
You
no.
can't.
I'm not going into a Fast and Furious
Oh,
10
no.
movie that's been a franchise. What? How old? Fucking 20.
In 2001,
That's
bro.
what I'm saying. Like 20.
Bro.
Longer than Guardians. That's my point.
Okay, so but
Way
I'm not
longer, bro.
expecting after
what
Fast
I'm
and
saying.
Furious 5 or 6. I'm not expecting
Yeah.
it to be an Oscar-winning movie. I'm not expecting everything
Oh,
everywhere
you will
all at
love that.
once. You
You
know
will
what I'm
love
saying?
that,
It's
bro.
not,
Vin
that's not what I was
Diesel.
expecting. Well, I think that there are movies for everybody. We have to realize this. There are movies for everybody out there. It may not be the cup of tea for everybody. There's a lot of movies that are out there that I love that are weird. The Truman Show, people don't. But not everybody likes that movie.
That
It's
movie
alright.
gets better with every rewatch.
Yeah. So
It's
but-
one of those movies just that
but it's
when you
not like
watch it
on
now, it's
like
fun.
the AFI 100 list. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not gonna be on a top list of
Fast
of
X
movies.
is not gonna get
So
better
I
with
feel like
every
a Fast and
watch
Furious is
compared
not-
to
you're now
fucking
going into these movies now,
his movies
not
that you're talking
expecting
about.
it to be.
I don't think, Alex, that you need to be pissed off about watching the movie. Do I think that you have every right to not like it? For sure, 110%. I agree with you. You have every right not to like it. There was a lot of bad stuff in it.
Yeah.
But pissed off about it? Come on, man. I mean, like, we were all together and we all had fun. Like, the purpose of going to
Come
these
on,
movies,
man.
it's like, come on, man. I'm sounding like freaking Joe Biden. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Dude.
Listen,
It's
I
fun.
I walked
Enjoy
out of the
enjoy
Yeah, just enjoy it.
I walked out of
enjoy
this
the
movie the same way I walked out of the last one, and like that I have to literally dumb down my expectations, and it's
I
just
didn't
not,
walk out of this one.
It's
worse
not
than
okay.
For
I
I enjoyed this
just
one
so everybody
more.
knows, I had to stop Alex from walking out. He was literally about to walk
I
out.
was about to
There
walk
was that
out.
scene.
Yes.
What was the scene again?
What was it? What was the scene?
Was it the one with the cars?
Okay, hold on.
And the helicopter?
This is the scene.
I think it was the helicopter.
Let me explain the scene because I know exactly what the scene was. It was when they talk about how Vin Diesel was like literally at one point he fucking rescues this girl out of nowhere. First of all, people are watching the movie. Elena's sister, and he's like, all of a sudden, like, yeah, I knew the moment I saw you, you were her sister. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Like, come on. Like, he did not even fucking know who she was. And then all of a sudden, it's like, yeah, I knew who you were because I fucking saw you, and your sister's, you know, you're related to her.
Is it off right now?
Come on. You have to admit that was like a fucking stretch, and it was fucking terrible, and it was like I have to be stupid to just like sit there and watch that and be like, okay, cool.
You don't have to be stupid to watch it. You just have to accept that that's what they put and move on from it. We didn't write the movie.
Dumbest shit I've ever seen
Okay,
in my
so
life.
it's dumb. But I mean,
Dumb.
It's just there's just coincidence to coincidences.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
we've
like-
seen movies like that before.
yeah.
Yeah, but this is like a coincidence. Like, come on, Omar. Like,
I think I've seen like movies like that before when it's like, yeah, okay, how convenient.
but how convenient is it that we're sitting
I mean,
here
the movie
in
itself
Fast
was very-
X? Hold on.
Oh, movie was convenient.
We are Fast X. We are 10 fucking movies into these fucking franchises that now all of a sudden I have to sit here and be like, yeah, cool. We're literally like, you know, that's my, you know, that ex that fucking got murdered and that's her sister and like I'm okay with it. Like, cool. Like, yeah. Like, we're going to sit here and be like, because it's just so fucking like, why do we have to be so like,
She won't be back.
why do we have to be so stupid? Exactly. Like, she's not going to mean anything to this franchise. She's not going to mean shit. No, she's not going to mean shit because now
That last
the
Barbie's gonna be
end.
fun.
No, the end of this movie, first of all we sat there and saw was The Rock take his fucking mask off and sit there and say, okay, now all of a sudden he's back into the franchise. And that is what's going to bring asses to seats. That's the reality of it. Like, Omar will sit here and you can deny this shit, but we're talking about The Rock.
The next one definitely people are.
There's going to be a lot more people watching this movie compared
It's gonna be more
to
like the Endgame movie.
what was that exactly.
Yeah, so we'll see what they do with it.
And that's the reality. I'm not watching it for Elena's sister who randomly is like, okay, cool. We're awkwardly. I have no idea. I'm not watching this movie for Elena and her sister, and all of a sudden, miraculously, we're expected to believe that Vin Diesel saw this girl and was like, I knew the moment I saw you. Because that's literally how it was portrayed. It was literally like, the moment I saw you, I knew you were Elena's sister.
Bro, you're talking about the same guy that could literally visualize a murder scene in his head and recreate it Iron Man style without technology.
Of course.
Come on, man. Vin Diesel, how is he has powers, okay?
Okay, but this goes back to this. This goes back to what I said when I was driving the car, Michael, and I said, listen, if we're talking about Mamau and we're talking about how he's an amazing actor, what else has he done amazing before this movie?
Honestly,
I think he did. I mean,
I
think.
Let me finish. Let me cook.
You just asked a question. I was gonna answer it.
What else? See, that's it. That's all you're gonna say.
No, but I know you guys don't like him in Aquaman. I liked him in Aquaman.
Aquaman was a terrible fucking movie.
But I liked him
We
in
can all
Aquaman,
sit here and
personally.
agree that he was terrible in that movie.
I think he could do a great Aquaman, but that movie, the direction and the writing
And
like that was
yes,
terrible.
and that's
it was
fine.
it was too long.
That's fine.
I think he could be great though.
I'm not
I think
sitting
he could be
here.
great.
I'm not sitting
Because
here.
dude, he has charisma.
Yes.
In his pink nails. Yeah, that guy
Yeah.
is insane.
That's
I'll
fine,
give you that one.
and that's okay. And my point is, it has nothing to do with Aquaman. You can sit there and be like defending this motherfucker from the mountaintops. That's all I'm saying.
Let's get Omar's take. Omar, I know you got something to say. real quick here about.
No, so you don't have to blame myself.
something that was on. You didn't forget. He's letting it cook inside his head. I saw it.
No. There was actually something that it's just it's a side note, really, about Vin Diesel. It's crazy how I'm gonna sound like a Vin Diesel apologist, but what wasn't Vin Diesel back in the days like a good actor, an actor that was going up in the ranks?
I won't say that he was a good actor because I was actually thinking about that before.
Right?
Because he was talking about
wasn't there this movies that he was? Remember the dramatic movies he was trying to do? Remember this guy was trying to do a lot of movies. I forgot the names now, man. But remember, I'm talking about Saving Private Ryan,
right.
movies like
But
that.
he
I mean,
had like small role in
no.
it,
I mean, I'm talking about when he was trying to be an actual actor.
Yeah.
And hold on, and Michael.
Like,
Well, I never been a fan of Riddick, but he tried to diversify his portfolio, and not only that, like Michael was saying, in Fast 5 with Elena, when they're killing her, was it 5 or whatever? Yeah, 5. No, it's not 666.
No, it was 8.
Oh, I'm sorry. When they kill off her character, when he can be dramatic, he can get dramatic. I just feel like he doesn't give a crap anymore, to his own detriment of the franchise.
Probably.
So remember, he's the boss around here. If the boss doesn't give a crap at the production, why do the actors are gonna care?
But do you think it's that?
Think
or
about
do you
it.
think that he wants his character to be portrayed as just like?
But Poppy, look at the old movie. No,
I think it's more
there's a
that.
lot of
I think
emotion.
that.
Why
the
that
choices
character of like that's it? One note
His
character?
voice, I mean, we joke about it, but his voice speaks volumes. Like, his voice is worth millions of dollars. So,
Well, I mean,
literally.
He
I
literally was fucking trapped at one point during this movie, and then just drove off the fucking cliff, and was like, "Yeah,
Well, that's what it's worth.
it's okay, it's okay, son. I got you. I'm gonna just,
coming to get you.
I'm just gonna fucking drive off the cliff."
I have faith. Like some of that was cringe.
You
Yeah, that
guys
was
were.
pretty bad.
I heard.
That was pretty bad.
I heard the entire fucking Vin Diesel reactions of you and Jay the entire
Laughing?
time, making fun of this shit the entire time.
We were making fun of it.
We're laughing. Yeah,
It
we're
was,
laughing.
It was
it
bad.
was so cheesy.
It was
But it's
bad.
enjoyable to make fun of.
It's not enjoyable. No.
It was
not
the same
enjoyable. It was
thing
today.
as the movie that will not be named when Harold and I went to go watch it. We were just cracking on it the entire time.
I can't say that. I'll be muted.
That's why I said
I
it.
can't
The
say
movie
it.
that will not
Say
be
it.
named.
I'll be kicked out of this podcast. Right there.
So
But that's what we did. We
so
went to
you-
we were the only
no.
people in the movie theater. All we did
You were
was
literally
make
the
fun of
only people in the theater.
And we cracked on the movie the whole time. We were just laughing and just making
But,
fun of the movie.
but again, that doesn't affect
Yeah.
your score. You still
No,
get like
we-
a 2 or
yeah,
3.
we give it like a
That's
2 or
all shit.
3.
That was that worse than Fast 10?
yes.
Okay.
I want to know
So
what
haven't
your
seen that
I
one.
want to know what your final score is now.
No, we haven't got to the end yet. I got to the
Well,
end yet.
I'm saying if he's sitting here saying like, okay,
You already said it was 6.
I
Or-
watched
Because you
it.
told me in the beginning, it's like we're gonna
It's
give
fine.
your
I gave
score.
mine. I
The
gave mine
6 is a
five.
high. The 6 is a high.
What's your score?
No,
5.
No.
That's pretty
You gave it a
high.
5?
5?
Bro,
That's
the
really
way you
high.
talk
Not even
about
a
this
4.
movie,
The way you
you're
talk,
fine.
the way you talk, it sounds like a
I thought
1
you
or a
rated-
0.
rated
I
it lower
honestly-
than the movie
honestly-
that wasn't going to be named.
Yeah.
Honestly,
yeah.
Lower
Honestly,
than Jurassic
it'd be a
World.
4 for me.
That's still
That's still
high.
high for what
5?
you were talking.
Oh my god.
The way you're
bro.
talking,
You liked
it sounds like
then.
the worst movie of
Yeah,
like
it's
in your
not worse
in
than
your
Jurassic
life.
World.
In your
A
life.
4 is not liking the movie.
You gave it a 4 or a 5?
A 4.
Oh, you gave it a 4.
That's too.
Yeah, 4's not like that.
I mean,
Four
it's
is
not
not
it's not
likable.
likable,
But you-
but
But
it's
I thought it was going to be lower.
but his
I
review,
thought
his
it was
rant
lower.
sounds like
No,
a 1 or
a
0.
4
Yeah,
is
it's like a
me.
2,
A
yeah.
4 is me tolerating the bullshit in the sense that like when I sat there, like I tried to enjoy the movie.
Mm-hmm.
The same way that Michael's like, yeah, turn your brain off, have
Yeah.
a good time, enjoy the movie. That's what I try to do. But like,
You definitely didn't do it.
no, I did. And
Look at
then
Jay and Omar wanting to kill him.
no. As
Like,
it
how
kept
dare you smile at this movie?
Yeah,
Don't do it.
Seriously.
Don't do it.
I was laughing.
as it kept going on, and I sat there for like fucking minutes at a time, I was like, this movie is bad. It's not fun. I didn't have a
He was
good
getting.
time.
I mean, seriously.
So mad.
I was watching him a lot of the.
I don't
movie, and
understand how you
progressively,
had
he was
a
getting
good
more
time
mad
watching this movie.
As the
Laughing
movie
at
was
it.
going by.
I am curious.
you laughed at it.
I was-
That's another
That's
thing too,
not-
bro. Dude, you remember how cool Han was in the other movies?
Oh yeah.
Han was so
in
It was a
Tokyo?
joke.
Cool.
Tokyo?
It was a fucking joke.
Started from
Tokyo, bro, and then when he came back for the sequels,
Yeah,
it was the way he was always
chill.
walking,
Yeah,
chilling, bro.
Eating.
It wasn't funny, but his lines were just so. Oh, I'm trying to think of another character that was like that we saw recently. He was like he just didn't.
Bautista?
Nope.
No.
Knock on the
Drax.
Woods. No, Knock on the
no,
Cabin.
not Knock on the I was saying Knock on the Woods.
Knock on the Woods.
There was another movie that we saw of a character that everything he said was very like, it wasn't funny. I'll remember later, but anyway, his character in this movie was not that. Like again, they're writing the characters. Whoever's writing the characters, they don't.
It was not. I mean, obviously.
They're
there's
not
a
giving
lot of-
They
character.
don't care. They
They're
don't
not-
care anymore.
There's no characters at all in this
Yeah,
movie.
yeah,
They're
there's
so.
Like,
that
screen
that
time
whole
for them.
thing with
There's no
Shaw,
screen that screen
that
time,
whole-
man. Yeah.
That whole interaction with Shaw when he first got in there, remember? And then he had that bag, and he's like.
And he
slapped
just
that,
grabbed
and
it.
He's like you. He's like
You
maybe
not-
drop my
My
snacks or
snacks,
something.
My
And
snacks.
That was a reference. I mean, because you know that.
Because he's
he was
always
a smoker
he's
and-
always eating the chips,
He's always
the thing, yeah, the snacks,
Charlize,
yeah.
Charlize
But that was it.
Theron had more of a fucking.
They actually gave her
Moments
they gave her more
compared
time
to
to the last
lot
movie.
of
They
people
gave her
in
Charlize
this
Theron in this movie more time than last movie.
And I honestly,
That's true.
I honestly respected it. Like I feel like they actually fucking gave her
She
they
did good.
Well, they finally
bow
did
tied
because
it.
the
They
last
were like,
movie she was
okay,
barely in it.
Let's take care of her.
And remember,
I'm
and she had
not-
the stupid a baby haircut.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Everybody hated that haircut. Remember that one?
Wait, who?
Charlize Theron.
Charlize Theron? Yeah, yeah.
Everybody
So she was in that
despised
glass-
that haircut.
The glass.
And in a glass, like Hannibal Lecter. It was such a
Honestly, she
weird.
did a
Yeah, it was
great-
weird.
They
She
listen.
did a great job for
I
this
mean, you
movie.
guys give me your opinion on this, please, because if they justify her being inducted into this family,
family?
Oh, she's family.
over,
She's family.
I'm saying, if I know she's, I guess she is, or whatever.
She already had a
but if-
barbecue
if
with-
they're gonna
with
justify
Letty,
it somehow,
bro.
And if they justify it, saying, "Oh, well, Letty and her." They duked it out and it's everything.
You said it. You said it.
You
said
killed
it.
Somebody.
You said it.
No,
in-
it's gonna be more of.
You get what I'm saying, right?
The tie now with Gal Gadot or Giselle, she's probably gonna explain to her
What
like
tie? There's no explanation.
There is a tie. She came out of her submarine.
I give you a better one.
no
I give you.
explanation.
I
They
give you a
just
better
showed
one.
her,
Oh,
like,
you
Well,
failed.
no, but they're gonna explain it.
I give you a better one. I give you a better one. I give you a better. What the? I give you a better one. All right. With the explanation you're looking for, what's her face? My God, did this guy? No, my
No,
thigh
I'm
went
saying they're
completely
gonna
left,
give
bro.
they're gonna give more of an
Oh my
Hold
God,
on.
Alex.
They're gonna give more of an explanation of The Rock than they're gonna give.
They didn't
Gal
give an
Gadot.
explanation.
There's
of
no
The
reason
Rock
for The
right now.
Rock.
Dude,
The
they're
Rock is doing
making another
missions.
one. They're
It
gonna-
doesn't
they
matter.
left
They're
everything
going to
open.
explain it more than him. I'm
You
telling
gotta
you.
wait for the next movie, Alex. You saw the same ending that we did, which was very open-ended. It's literally an open-ended movie.
Yeah,
I
they
felt like I'm
didn't
watching
explain
a TV.
shit.
Just let it go.
Let it be.
Just
Let 'em
be.
cook.
Wait until the next movie. Let it cook.
I need 5 edibles to take the next
Wow.
one. There we
Let's
go.
do it.
You don't remember what you were gonna say, Omar?
I remember soon. Keep going. Keep going.
No, it was about we're talking about Gal Gadot. but
Yeah,
before that
about
was
the justification,
the justification
of her being
in
in
the family. In the family.
yeah.
In the family.
And
Explaining.
if they
And
say-
how?
Cipher.
if
I
they
remember now.
say,
I
"Oh,
remember
these
now.
two
Yeah,
fought,
I remember
so
now.
now it's okay."
No. Remember
I'll be
what?
pissed.
No, well, you better be.
I'll be
Remember,
pissed.
keep in mind that right now, if it was up to Shaw, Han would have been dead. But hold on. To Dom's eyes, Shaw redeemed himself because he
By
saved his
saving the
he saved his baby.
Yeah, he saved his fucking-
I
So
remember.
how do we do that? Well, we might get someone pregnant in the next movie, or something's gonna happen. Where hold on, she'll save Letty's life, and that will mean the world to Dom.
It doesn't mean, hey,
And then your
come over
family.
for barbecues. You killed my baby mama.
When you're here, we're toast.
Thank you.
But
Thank you.
You know what
Hey,
I'm saying?
hey!
Hold
He
on.
was invited. Well, actually, no. Shaw was never invited to the barbecue. He brought something. Oh, but he didn't bring the. Wait, did he bring the baby? Is that what he did at the end of the movie? Did he bring the baby?
You don't even
They had the
remember.
baby.
No.
You don't
At
fucking
the
remember.
end of
That's
the movie,
point.
he brought something in the roof. He was just bringing something to Dom. Was it the baby?
no.
Is that? Yeah, he did.
He had the whole baby the whole time.
Yes, because remember that was after the plane. Yeah, it was. That was right. Yeah. So he came. Remember?
I gave him a
Remember they were
baby.
no
Here's your son back.
they were in the roof hanging out. He comes in with the baby.
Yeah.
Here's your baby. He was leaving, but obviously Dom is like,
Oh,
no,
Dom
no,
was like,
bro.
stay, yeah.
Stay, papi. I mean,
That's
some
right.
pollo barbecue. Aquí está la boca.
That's right.
And she was like, all right, fuck whatever, man.
Yeah.
That's so with this homegirl, unless they change her character and she goes back to being bad. Hey,
This chick has to be alive.
bro, by the
There's
way,
no
dude.
she's
By the
alive.
way, I love Richard in this movie. He was amazing.
Who?
We always call him
Richard,
Richard. What was
Richard.
his name?
His real name in the
No, in the movie, what's his name? Richard.
Oh, crap, I don't remember.
No, his real name is Alan,
Richard?
but Alan, yeah, but
I
in the
remember his
movie,
name.
what was his
Sami
name?
dumping you? Sami?
Sammy Dapping?
We kept calling him Richard.
Yeah, we call him
Oh,
Richard.
Richard?
Yeah, Jack.
We call him
Yeah, Richard.
He's from Jack Reacher.
That's right, Jack Richard, bro.
I never seen that show.
Get? Are
Bobby.
you freaking
Well, I was
kidding
telling
me?
you.
Have you seen Ted Lasso?
Uh-oh.
No,
When I was
Jack reaches
no,
seven.
for real, no, Michael.
Are
When
you kidding?
Mike, when I was like,
no.
Michael, Poppy,
You look
Poppy,
like one of
and you
the
were like
directors
so
in Saga.
confused.
I do.
You like the head coach?
Oh God, no. Mira, loco,
really
you were
do.
so
You really
confused,
do.
bro.
I'm
But
dead
that
serious.
that
Dead
guy,
serious.
bro, he's
Don't you like
he's
the coach
amazing.
from West Ham?
Wow.
The one that was the assistant
Is
coach?
that good?
Is
or
that a
bad?
good thing or a bad
I
thing?
don't know.
The one that was with Ted Lasso. And
Look at his face, face.
I know. For
Talking
some
about,
reason, I don't think
Nate,
it's a good
Shelby.
thing.
You don't,
Yeah.
you don't feel
Doesn't he
appreciated.
Yeah, kind of does actually.
Just dark, like he needs to be a lot darker.
You just need more gray hair.
And Goliath.
He's not. That guy's not as sexy.
5 years.
I'm sorry.
No, but that guy, I was actually a little happy when he was good. He's like, oh, that's cool. He's good. But then when he turned bad out, and now The Rock is back. Remember I was telling you, The Rock and this guy has to duke it out
I told you.
with Reacher and The Rock.
I told you.
You're gonna see it.
Now we're gonna see that.
Yeah, you're
Final
gonna see
score.
it. You're gonna see it.
Final
Who's
score.
Richard, though?
Final score.
The blonde guy.
The
one
big, bro, the big guy,
The one
the
that
freaking
betrayed.
huge guy,
The
bro.
John Cena looking guy.
John Cena,
that's
big
all-
guy, pretty
that
boy,
guy,
bro.
that's
That's
basic
Richard.
bitch.
All right, so what happened to
Basic
him?
The-
So what are you waiting for him?
That's what I'm
to
saying.
get
It
out
looks
with
like a
it?
basic.
With
Oh,
now with the Rock.
basic.
Why?
Because they're two
Because
monstrosities.
remember
like,
he
two monstrous
okay.
guys.
he was always involved with the whole plan from the beginning, and he betrayed
Oh, he
him
betrayed Mr. Nobody.
And that was never fucking explained at all.
They explained in
because
the movie.
they're gonna
Then they're gonna elaborate
No,
on
and
it.
then elaborate in the
no.
sequel.
They got
No.
3 more movies to go.
Yeah, well, or 2 more,
Okay,
whatever they do.
Final score. That's the
Final score, Omar. I want to hear your
I
score.
score a 9.
9.
Stop being a- Run! Run!
Oh, what is this guy migraine,
I
bro?
was
Alright,
like,
good.
What is it
like Drax.
seriously? What
You
is it
know Drax
seriously?
when he gets shot? Run.
Good. Run. You guys. Fucking
What is it really? What is it really?
The other one like a 4 or 3. I'm pretty sure.
I gave that.
I hate a 9. I hate a 9.
So what'd you
There's
get?
no way I give
What
it a
was your score
6,
on the 6? Okay.
which is good.
That is good.
You know,
I thought it was gonna be like a tad higher, but yeah.
I thought I wanted to
Like
be
a
I
seven,
wanted to be a
yeah.
7, honestly, but there was a lot of stupid.
No, there was
things
a lot
in
of
that movie.
stupidity.
It was
Couldn't give it a
stupidity,
7.
bro. Like there was moments. I'm telling you, when I looked at you and Jay, and you were like,
Laughing at it.
you're like, but laughing in like a stupidity way,
No,
like
that's
how
what I
stupid
mean.
is
Laughing
it?
at it.
Super yeah. Laughing
Yeah.
at it, not with it.
Exactly.
We can't. I couldn't justify giving it a 7. For me, a 7 means that there
I
was
mean-
like a lot of that. There was more effort put into the movie. The
There
movie
really
had.
was.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
at
really
7
was.
there was a
Like-
lot more good to it.
Yeah, there was some. But no.
I feel like the movie just feels like hollow.
It's very.
Like it has a
We
lot
were
of special effects, but it's just hollow.
Remember when
But they
Alex was
look
like,
like
dude, he goes,
shit.
I don't know what's going on.
They look,
Oh yeah, we
Remember?
talked about that.
And-
I was
and
like,
looked
what
at-
is
I was
going
like-
on in this
and-
movie?
And I was like, no, dude, it's just this movie is so chaotic. It's like 1 second you're here, 1 second you're there.
And that is
Next
true.
second, this
The
person,
cut-
it's like
the
how,
cut
yes,
scene.
the
I felt
cut-
that.
the
I
cut
felt
and
that.
and I
was
looked at
like,
Michael at one point and I
what's
said,
going on here
the
sometimes?
cut scenes were fucking horrendous.
They were
That's what
bad.
he
They
said,
were really
like-
bad. They were
Like
really
I was
bad.
like,
I'll give
where
you
are we
that,
going?
yeah.
What is happening? Because it's like,
1
we're-
second you're here,
Yeah.
the next second you're
Which
like,
you know what?
Yeah.
Which you know what?
No.
I figured they would have learned from 9, but I guess not. This movies work better when they're all together in one place. Like in 6, in
Yeah.
7, they were all together.
Yeah.
Why is it what two
Well,
go
if
here,
they're
It's like
two
you
go
said,
there?
they're
What
trying to
the
do some
heck?
end game crap, bro.
Well, I think
They're
if
trying to
they're
do
gonna
some
do
Oh,
end
I
game
mean,
thing.
yeah,
They
and that's
really
what,
are.
and that's what they lost.
If they're going
Yeah.
separate sometimes, I think you can also extend those scenes out. That was the thing with the cuts. Like, you didn't have to have a 2-minute
and there needs to be
conversation and then
good
cut to something
writing.
else.
There needs
Yeah,
to be good writing.
that's true.
Like,
That
Yeah.
that's a different
But I
issue.
think the edits and the cuts,
I'm
the
saying,
scenes
like-
should have shimmered, or not shimmered. Simmer.
Simmer.
Shimmered. I like shimmered.
Shimmered a little bit more.
Shimmer. The
You
green
know
dot.
who's shimmering in that?
Green-
Momoa.
Momoa shimmered.
Yeah,
Oh,
he shimmered the whole
it was
movie.
amazing.
But I think the scenes could have been extended a little bit more to where you have more interaction. Like, I think instead of cutting it 2 minutes into that scene, you can cut it maybe 5 minutes into it, where you have a scene of dialogue between the characters, and then you can cut to the next scene. But I felt like they cut a lot between like the same scenes. You know what I'm saying? Like they shot the scene.
They shot the
once,
scenes, but they
but
cut, they
it,
re-edited,
and
they
like
cut it
10
all over
minutes
the place.
later, you now get to the next person.
Yeah,
So I think
I get what you're saying.
yeah, technically it needed, and the soundtrack I didn't like either.
The soundtrack
It was
we had better before.
It was
There was
weak,
no
yeah.
that's like Garuda, bro.
honestly-
There's no,
Yeah.
I won't remember
Honestly,
any.
I don't remember
that's
the tracks
how,
at
that's
all.
how uneventful.
And no
the-
Bad Bunny. I was like, it's so weird.
That's how unmemorable
Hold on,
that
that
soundtrack
was
'cause I don't even
my-
remember it, to be honest.
What?
that
This
was
one?
my
Yeah, I don't
biggest.
remember it at all, so
That was
it
my
was
biggest
obviously not
point. I
the
looked at
soundtrack?
Michael,
Yeah, the
right?
soundtrack.
Did I not say?
I'm a gasolina.
I said the fact
I
that.
did hear
That's an
Gasolina.
old song.
But I
Yeah,
said
that's
the
the one I
fact
heard.
that Bad Bunny is not in the soundtrack is a detriment to that.
I heard J Balvin's song, but that was really quick.
But it was fucking.
It was super.
terrible.
It was
They
a
had-
horrible song too.
They had Bone Thugs and Harmony in there.
Did they really?
Yes,
At
but
the
it was the
end.
same
Oh, that was the
soundtrack,
credits.
The same song from the trailer.
It's
Oh,
bone in.
you're right.
Bang, bang, bang.
But I'm very. I will say that I'm very happy.
Right.
I am very happy that there was no Cardi B in this movie. So thankfully.
That's right. Wasn't she in the
At 9.
At 9.
And I stopped at that moment, like right after that. I was like,
I honestly
can't.
think she
I
would
forgot.
not have
Dude,
been
I
as
forgot.
bad
I
in
forgot
this
about that
movie.
part.
I don't think she would have been as bad in this movie.
Yeah, she would have been
compared to-
terrible in the movie. She was bad in 9.
Wasn't she like an agent or something?
Yeah, like a random Dominican agent in the back. She's like, oh yeah, I'm in do good in DR. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, you want to talk about suspending imagination?
Really?
Suspending imagination during this fucking movie is the
She's like,
same
I'm the
shit.
boss. I'm the boss, bitch. All these people work for me now. You're welcome down. I'm like, who?
Like, who's this?
I'm
I
gonna
would
give
have like
it-
freaking Bad Bunny jump and fly through a table than watch.
That's true.
Cardi
Should have
B
had
do
Bad
that
Bunny
one.
there. You're right. That's weird.
But I think it was overall. You gave it a really good score, a 6. You gave it a 6. I'd say mine was a 5 on that. Alex, I think he's at what, 2?
You
1?
originally-
No, he
originally
went
said
4,
5.
but I mean,
No,
I
he said
agree.
4.
Originally it was
Yeah.
5, then he dropped it down to 4.
4. So I mean, overall it's like a
I'm
mid
sorry,
movie.
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how you gave it a 4. Based on your,
below average.
I mean,
honestly,
I will
like,
say that this movie from 9 to 10.
I didn't have fun.
My rating was a big jump because I think I had maybe a 2 on 9.
Edibles.
Yeah.
This one went all the way up to like a 5 at least. So it's enjoyable. Watch it again. You can suspend your disbelief. You can try to. Alex obviously did not,
Have some edibles like
but-
Pete Davidson.
but I think like just go on it. Just enjoy it. Like sit
That's
back,
it. What's what you gotta do?
have some popcorn.
Go with somebody. Don't watch it by yourself. I think. I think
Don't watch
if
it
you
by
watch it by
yourself.
yourself,
You'll be
you're
mad.
gonna be mad.
You'll be mad.
If you go with a group of friends, I think it'll be.
I'm
way
thinking
fun.
like if Alex went by himself, would he? have
Oh,
been even
I
more
think
mad?
he would have walked
I
out.
would have walked out.
He would've walked
I
out.
honestly would have walked out.
See, that's
of
what I
this
don't
movie.
Even
understand.
me by
Alex.
myself, I wouldn't have to
Alex,
watch it myself.
how do
You would not have stayed there the whole
No,
time.
How do
not
you give
myself,
a movie you're
no.
gonna walk out
Boring.
of a 4?
He wouldn't have walked out. He wouldn't have watched the whole movie.
I wouldn't watch it
A
by
4
myself.
is
though.
not good,
No, by
Jay.
himself.
Yeah, but to walk out of a movie, that's like a 1 or a 2.
A 4 is not good.
I would stay for a 4. I'd
No,
stay and
you
watch
would
the whole
not.
movie for a 4.
Yeah, I stay for a 4.
I,
stay for
I,
a 4.
you and I, we've seen a lot
Oh
of
my
4s.
God.
I've seen
Yeah.
a lot of 4s.
But to walk out of a
That
movie, that's a
doesn't.
1.
Has
That
to- has
doesn't
to be
mean.
a- a
That
one.
doesn't mean shit.
Like
A 4 is
Sinister-
not a great
Sinister
thing.
2 was a 4 to me.
If I'm
Sinister
look at me
fucking-
in the camera,
Oh,
everyone that's
okay.
watching this, do not go watch this movie. There you go. You want me to give you your real expectations?
no, I
don't
don't
watch
like
this
it.
fucking movie. It's terrible. It's fucking
That's-
horrible. There you go.
One man's opinion. We watched it so you don't have to.
Exactly.
Omar, did you have any final words for the podcast? We haven't given you a final word. in a
Movie
while, bro.
sucks. Movie sucks.
Hot take.
There you go.
You got a hot take?
No, not a hot take. Just
Anything?
he has normally like
maybe,
a good
He
ending.
did all the hot takes. I
You
think.
caught me off guard.
Something
Can
about
I
family,
get,
you know?
go back to me?
I'll come back to you.
I want Harold to come back and like
That will be interesting to
actually.
hear.
Here we
yeah,
at.
Yeah, I would love to hear it.
He's gonna hate this
Harold
fucking
has-
movie.
Harold doesn't
he's gonna
care,
hate it
so
as much
whatever.
No, he's gonna hate it. He's gonna hate it.
Not as much as
Yeah.
I
Guarantee you.
He might just agree with
I
us.
think
No,
he'll agree with.
he's gonna hate
with,
it.
With,
I
the
think agree
consensus
overall.
that,
That it's whatever.
It was just entertaining, but
it's-
it
but
did have a lot of
stupid at the end of the
parts.
world.
Doubt it.
Yeah.
I love you, Harold. You're not gonna agree with it, whatever they're saying. Okay.
So like, are we? So yeah. So do we really think like John Cena they went off the franchise? Like why kill him off like that out of nowhere?
It was so abrupt.
It was just so weird. They literally show all the cars on fire.
He's dead.
But what if he
It's
got-
like, oh, see, no,
Here we go.
Listen.
Here we go.
got
What?
a glass?
How many
Bro, he went
times
like this. They
have
did
people
a
gotten
close-up of him.
burned?
Right before he hit the
On
ground,
the
that
fucking
he
screen.
Yeah.
he let himself go. He
Yeah,
wanted
it
to-
was so.
That's what I'm
It
saying, he
was
got thrown from the
weird.
car.
I can't believe they did that.
No.
He's not dead.
He was still bucking.
Because you can see. You can see.
You don't think he's dead?
No. Listen, he's John Cena. You can't see him. He's not dead.
I
That's
mean,
okay.
listen.
I mean, if Han isn't dead, I guess.
Listen, Hana got. Han,
roasted in there,
that
though, yeah.
that explanation was fucking terrible, and we talked about
give
that.
you
I
that.
will say, quick question: when Cena did die, because I came in like right when it was happening, I didn't go to my seat because I didn't want to miss it
Yeah, you missed it.
when he died. No, I didn't miss it. I was down.
No, oh,
watching
you
it.
saw it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But did they not show a flashback of like how his dad died on that racetrack?
They hold on. Was it that
No.
scene? I know they show
They
a
did,
flashback
it was like a
to the
flashback
race.
of some pictures or something.
Some
like
pictures
that.
of them, whatever, when they were little
yeah,
again. I know
something
they
like
show a flashback of something.
But
yeah,
they
Because
didn't show him
He
dying.
did
No, not
kinda-
him dying,
He
no,
did
no,
kind of die the same way his dad died, so I think that would have been poetic if they maybe showed a
oh,
flashback. You know, he
so
crashed.
he did die
yeah.
in a crash.
Yeah.
But they didn't show any of that.
Oh,
That's
you're
what I'm saying.
right.
So
I
they didn't
didn't.
show it,
I
I
didn't
don't
point
think.
that.
I I think he's still alive because they didn't show it.
I honestly
don't know,
think that they did show it. They didn't.
Oh, it was horrible editing. It's horrible editing.
Well,
But yeah, you're
So
right.
here's the thing. I was watching it like the
Listen,
entire time when
Han
the
is
car
not
was
dead.
in the
I was
air,
watching it too.
and he
Gal
literally let
Gadot is
go
not
of the
dead.
steering wheel and just went like this. He actually closed his eyes and let himself go.
Jay,
I'm
Jay.
like, okay, so
Jay.
he's accepting he's dead.
Han is not
He
dead.
accepted his death.
Yeah,
Gal Gadot is not dead. Everyone's alive. That's it.
I get it.
Well,
I
no
mean,
one
trust
fucking
me,
dies.
I know.
And Brian's alive too. Don't
He's
forget
alive.
that.
No, Brian's
exactly.
alive.
Oh, Brian's alive.
He died in real life and he's still
Brian's
alive.
alive.
In the
Yeah, he's
fucking
safe though.
movie,
He's
so,
safe.
yeah.
He's
They
safe.
said Brian and me are safe. That's how they get away with.
That's how they get it. Yeah.
I just get. I don't know why they keep playing that song. That
What was your
I
final
cannot
score?
believe they did the
They
same
did
thing
it,
in
dude.
this
In the
What was your
movie.
final
beginning.
score?
No, we haven't heard it since
Hold on.
7. We haven't heard it since 7.
Yeah.
since 7, yeah.
This is the
And I'm
first
like,
time.
No, it was
They-
8.
The,
8.
the
8.
nerves, the piano. The
Yes, it was 8. When he drove off, was that 8 or 7?
That was 7,
seven.
bro.
Okay.
Dude, I watched it a million times.
I
It
don't
was 7.
fucking know.
I have every movie, Alex. Okay.
Yeah, don't ask this guy. He's giving
Yeah,
me
I'll give you a speech
one
on
or
that.
two.
No, but dude, seriously,
I've watched
when they
all of them.
played,
What the
no,
fuck
no,
you
but
talking about?
I
As soon
watched
as,
more than you.
we were talking about it, the second they started playing it,
I was like, oh,
I was
And
like,
I'm like, why they do that?
come
Because obviously we know he's not with us. Paul
He's
Walker
gonna
anymore.
come back.
That's what I was telling
He's
him.
gonna come back.
Remember
Like,
the
he's
pictures?
dead in real life.
They made it sound so
They
sad.
make
Like,
it-
like, did he die in the movie too?
No, he's still alive.
But,
That's what
He's
I'm
gonna
saying.
come
you know,
back.
you can just
Good.
call him.
Yeah,
Like,
like,
Come
he's not
back.
dead.
Yeah.
and then the next shot, oh, Brian has the kids. I'm like, so
Yeah,
why
Brian's
is
safe,
it so
yeah.
sad?
They have 3 more movies after this, bro.
What does that mean?
I'm telling you, it's 2.
No,
I
they
think
said
it's
3
bro.
more.
I think he's.
They
I don't
said
think
3
he's-
more. I'm
They-
Yeah, I
dead
think I
ass.
read 3
drunk.
too.
3.
I thought it was 3.
I think I read 3 too.
I'll look for it later. I'll send it to you guys.
Yeah, let us know.
That's fine.
Look it up.
Outside of that, thank you guys for coming for this podcast. Our next one is gonna be about Guardians of the
Yes,
Galaxy
I can't wait for that.
because I want to put that through, and then we're gonna go back to our old way of doing things with some really crappy movies. If you haven't seen it yet, be prepared. Tammy and the T-Rex will probably be next, and then the song in our intro that you hear all the time, the instrumental, is from a movie called Miami Connection, which is also a very terrible movie, maybe to most people here.
with one of the worst
With
actors
one of the
I've
worst
ever seen
actors that
ever
Jay
in the
has
history of acting.
It's awesome. It's awesome to watch, just like Fast 10 was. So yeah, so then we're gonna be watching those movies. So if you can find them somewhere on YouTube or whatever before we do our reviews, go ahead and do that. Enjoy it. But we're gonna break it down sooner in a couple more episodes. But this was Fast 10, all about family and spies and toast. Turns to toast.
I'm precious.
All right.
Do you have anything?
No, I think I said my piece.
It was very peaceful.
It was very peaceful, wasn't it?
I appreciate that.
I saw even with him like trying to get a little ruse out of me. I kept my cool.
Yeah. He was trying to.
I
fight
know
you,
he
bro.
was. I know
He's trying to fight everybody here.
he was.
Omar was about to chokeslam him, and then you were about to powerbomb him.
Omar's not gonna choke at me. I think he just wanted to like the movie.
You know what?
You walked into it wanting to like it.
When I'm gonna say something, well, I mean, I don't want to walk something hated. You know what's funny that with The Rock back in the franchise, I wonder how that's gonna be backstage because pretty much like everybody hates him backstage. He has a lot of heat with the other actors.
Do you think maybe he apologized?
He's
Like,
got to.
He
He's
has
gonna have to.
bro.
He's gonna
he
have to.
has to have a tour, man, because this is
And
like
he literally, bro. At one point, remember the whole thing when Vin Diesel was trying to keep him on. It was like, oh,
Yeah.
come and do it for Pablo.
Pablo, and he called him brother or something.
Yeah,
he called him, and
then
he got
and
super
then-
offended
yeah,
for
he was
that.
super mad about it.
The Rock blew
like,
up for the
dude,
stupidest thing over that.
Yeah,
I
he's
remember
gonna have
that.
to apologize.
That's well. I mean, I hope he already did because I mean,
Sometimes it's gonna
well,
be very hostile work. Yeah, very
because
awkward, hostile
officially
work.
we know he's back for the next one. Officially, now we know.
Unless they're pulling a DC and then
Eh,
he's Henry Cavill. They just put
But that's the thing, bro. But see, but bro, you need these characters back. But that's another
For
thing,
no
dude, right there.
reason. For no
Shaw and Hobbs together when they see each other again, that moment will be magical. And I'm telling you right now, you know what I'm talking about. That's gonna be like a great moment in the movie, like those two together
They
again
fooled me, man. They fooled me on that.
with The Rock.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I remember we were talking about the whole time. I was telling
Yeah.
him.
I told you he was
since
coming
The
back.
Rock's not
Yeah, I
gonna
had
be
a
in it because I
feeling.
had no idea.
No,
he was
I
not.
call that shit
I
for
said,
them
Yeah,
to
yeah,
get.
yeah.
They're gonna. I wish they would have.
You thought they were gonna be ambiguous.
Yes, they were just gonna kill him off.
Kill him off screen.
Yes. Without,
So he
without
thought
his face
he
shown.
thought they were gonna kill his character without showing his face.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I would have liked.
because he said remember we're talking about that Dante his father, it was Hobbs who killed him.
Yeah.
It was never Dom. So they fought when they showed the ending, the flashback. I'm like, oh, they're actually showing it. There you go.
And then when they
There's
cut it
too
off,
much. There's too much
You are-
money.
And you go, it's some bitch.
Yeah.
You
But
go, some
there's
bitch.
too much money involved in The Rock that they're not gonna kill. that
Well, no,
guy.
no. I'm just saying, no.
They're not gonna
That's
get rid of him.
if he never came back in the franchise. He's
There's
talking
no
about.
way. There's no way.
Bro, yes, there's a way. If he was still with DC, WB,
No.
and he started animosity, you would. Dude, he was gone. He was done. He was done.
Listen,
He was done.
there you go. You got your Black Adam. You
got
sucked
everything.
his penis. There you go. Now we got friggin' there you go.